Pepsi.
Pepsi. Diet Pepsi.
What is up, everybody?
Start the stream over. Sorry. Start the stream over.
Welcome to Friday Night God Mode DitD. We're all having some fun here. I am Jaso, the DM. This is Devils in the Details. You can call me Jaso / the Wizard / Big Bestie. Who else is joining me this fine Friday evening?
Hey everyone, I'm Bailey and I play Karma Tycoon, your wild bard. That is eloquence bard / wild magic sorcerer.
Hey everyone, it's Luke. I'm playing Raphael, the Aasimar Inquisitor. That is a bard warlock.
What's up, guys? My name's Kevin, and I'm playing Monifa Sonara, a tabaxi thief.
What's up, everybody? My name's Slim. I'll be playing Cassius Auditor, a tiefling warlock, pact of the undead. Pact of the Tome Undead, my apologies.
Hey everybody, I'm Kyle. I'm playing Obi Shalun. He is a Twilight Cleric. I am best bodyguard on Halcyon. I always stop attack. Most of the time I stop attack. A majority of time.
Sometimes.
Hey guys, I'm Amanda. I play Alloy, the Tabaxi Artificer.
And missing from tonight's game, we got old Vip Maxwell's not gonna be here tonight, but that's okay. He's always here in spirit. We always feel the deal.
Thank you so much, everybody. Vip, as mentioned, will not be here this session. We wish him a happy and fun weekend. But in the meantime, welcome to Devils in the Details. This is session 17. This is our intro. This is our Intrigue roleplay heavy campaign. Do a little housekeeping before we jump in. I'll try to make these quick. I'm sorry we started a little bit late. I had to make sure that the internet was actually working. I don't know if it's another internet issue thing that people were experiencing last week or what, but hopefully things carry through. As always, I want to give a quick shout out to our character / NPC artist for this campaign. Thank you so much, Peachy Yuri, as well as Iruichi. Go over to Twitter, give them some love. I just posted their handles into the Twitch chat. They did both the beautiful characters that you see around here for our players, as well as some of the character art, most of the NPC art for the NPC characters. So thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate that. We got a whole bunch of Twitch channel points bought by a couple people. Thank you all for that. I'm going to go over that when we jump into the actual game, so just hang tight. I have the list here. Kevin, if you want to help me out when the time comes. But first, we got to go over who's going to win. And again, this is green screen, so he's going to look like he has an invisible body. But this is Vip,
Oh my god!
our cute little fairy boy, our ranger. Nick is unfortunately out and will miss who wins this giveaway. However, I did roll to see who would win. And the winner for Vip, as I mentioned before, my players are allowed to join in these giveaways. So if you want to try and win, because we do have one more to go, make sure and join in on the next one to try and beat them out. However, the winner for Vip is Kevin.
Oh my god!
Kevin wins Vip Maxwork.
Really something to sharpen my claws on.
He can take pictures of Monifa doing all kinds of terrible things to Vip. The irony. Yeah. So there you go. Congratulations, Kevin. I'll have to send that way. I mean, shoot, I can just stop by and drop that off to you. That's easy enough. So thank you so much, everyone else who entered. I really appreciate it. I'm going to make sure and post on the actual Twitter post to let everyone know who wasn't able to join us this game. Following that, we have one more giveaway. We have done all 6 characters so far as giveaways for our campaign, and we have the last one. These were all created by Tisa over at Tisa's Crochet Critters. Go visit her Etsy page, give it a favorite, because she works really hard to make all these. But that means there is one left. I think those of you who are paying attention will know who that may be. It is
See ya.
Raphael again.
It's Raphael.
Bees. I stop
Oh, look at
attack.
it.
No, he stops attack.
Oh!
So cute.
Obies, the apeling cleric rogue.
He is a very strong-looking man.
This will be our upcoming giveaway coming this Monday, so keep an eye out for that. He's got his little snaggled tooth.
He's so
Actually,
grumpy.
I know, we made him grumpy, like he's tired of this shit. So she did a great job making him. So we're going to be giving him away the final 7 out of 7 for our crochet versions for each of our party characters. So make sure keep an eye out on the Twitter come this Monday so that you can have an opportunity to enter in. I just posted the link in the chat. So make sure and go follow that and check it out so you can enter to win and get yourself a chance to win a crochet version of Obis Shalom. A huge thank you to everyone who's been following and engaging with us on Twitter. We have over 1,100 or 11K Twitter followers. Make sure to follow and stay up to date. I do all kinds of giveaways outside of just the crochet critters, although that's been a big focus the past couple weeks. Huge thanks to RPG Academy, Kaz the DM, Top Down Tabletop for the follows this past week, and thanks everyone as always for all the subs, the bits, and the Twitch channel point reward interactions over the past week. I'm really thankful. We're a smaller community, but I really appreciate it. We're looking to grow as always. Speaking of, we just hit 350 followers here on Twitch. That's a huge get. Let's go for 400 next. Make sure to smash that follow button. Turn on notifications for when we go live. And you can always subscribe to the actual channel to not only support it, but get cool content out of it. If you guys wouldn't mind reminding me, as always, towards the end of the stream, although I'm doing a pretty good job of remembering, but I'm going to try and raid. Usually I've been doing Carney Sideshow just because he does TTRPG content, but I'll see either Carney Sideshow or Mosrel, we'll see. A big thank you to Lazy Vengeance, Queen Gore, Luke, Mozzarella, and Carney Sideshow, speaking of, for being Patreon members. Thank you so much. You too can become a Patreon member. Just head over to Patreon and make sure to get in on the fun. There's all kinds of cool things that you can get on that Patreon. At any tier, you can get a digital campaign guide to our homebrew plane of the Twixt. There is a tier that has bi-weekly Wild Force one-shots, which is an adventure every other week that takes place in our homebrew universe. So some things in this campaign could bleed over to the other and vice versa, so make sure to go check that out. And upcoming later this month, there's going to be a new switch from our spring to summer seasonal merch. So if you really like stuff like the cool wizard tee that is on there currently, make sure and become a patron now while you still can, before that merch switches over to the new stuff. But keep an eye out on both the Twitter and Patreon if you're a member for early looks at some of the stuff coming down the pipeline. All of it themed towards this campaign here, Devils in the Details, so make sure and check that out. We use Twitch channel points, which quite a lot of people have been engaging in over the past couple months. Thank you, Mamba Bear, for buying a whole lot of stuff for everybody just now. As you are watching, even if you're just lurking, you're going to be building those up. You can use them to do all kinds of cool stuff. Just check out down in the bottom left-hand side of the chat. You'll see the purple weird bit icon. You can check how many points you have. If there's a little chest there, click that to get a boost. And if you click on that, you'll see all kinds of cool rewards that you can get. Most of them geared exclusively towards this Friday night D&D campaign. Cool stuff like you can buy a +1 to any of the player's rolls. You can buy a player a single-use consumable magic item as a curio, and there's even some stuff for some market manipulation, as well as some bullion packages for our sort of investment metagame that we play before jumping into the session, which the big bullion packages have been updated, as I mentioned before, to be a 1d4 times 10, which could definitely change the game depending on how many you buy people. So we also use stream stickers, so if you mouse over the stream if you're on desktop, and you'll see the purple heart over on the right side of the screen, or if you're on mobile, you'll see that over on the right side of the chat. Just click on that, you'll see a whole bunch of cool stickers you can use, and if you're a subscriber, you can post some chibi versions of all the character stickers like you see slapped up at the top there, Monifa. All of those are created by Bay. Go follow her at The Arms Dealer, ARMES Dealer, over on Twitter. She does a lot of really cool art. Oh, and there's a Karma too. And go check those out. Slap them down all over the screen and have fun as you do. We have cool global stickers, and if you spend some bits on that, that'll help you unlock more slots for us to use as custom stickers, as well as cool stuff for you in terms of like animated rainbow stickers that unlock at tiers as you spend your bits. We also have some new emotes provided by Mousy, such as the Karma Booty and the D20 and Monifa's mouth as emotes if you spend some bits. So make sure and use those stickers to good use. We also use the D&D Beyond plugin if you want to check out any of the details of some of our characters from the game here. Just mouse over, you'll see that over on the right hand side next to the stream stickers. You get a closer look at the characters, see what classes they are, what cool abilities they have, stuff like that. So check that out as well. Who currently has the Karma coin?
You know it, I believe it
did.
does.
Wait, I thought Vip used it for some good luck or something. Maybe not.
I don't see it up
I'm
there,
always
so I'm
wrong.
gonna assume that he has it.
I am
Yeah.
going to go ahead then and roll for him. I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to roll D6. And actually, I'm going to roll D7, starting from him, just going around. Let's see. So there we go. Hang on just a second. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Raphael obtains the Karma coin.
Again? You guys are onto something.
Just keep in mind you
Onto
have
something.
that Karma coin, Raphael.
Yeah.
All right.
Is rigged.
All right. With that, it's time to jump into some investments. Before we start any of our Devils in the Details roleplay game, we do a little bit of a metagame up at the front as the players are continuing on their adventure, sort of ethereally outside, time removed. As time goes on, they are placing investments given to them by the Bullionaire Bastion, which is one of the big factions in our homebrew worlds. And they can use that money to invest in up to 3 different companies. And using that money, whoever at the end of this all has the most investment bullion won over the period of time throughout the gameplay is going to be crowned the next leader of the actual whole faction itself, because the leaders have left the planet and do not intend on returning. So let's go over to that screen and see who's actually won some stuff from that. Let me see here. Let's go over this way. Get rid of that one, I think. Yeah, get rid of that one. And then let's move us over here. All right, last time, it seems like the players had thrown most of their bets on quite a few different companies here, all except Voidistries. Most of it went into Mysticorp and Omega Acoustics, it seems like. I'm not going to go over, as always, every single number of the investments here, but I will kind of just show you what the actual results are in the end. So we had quite a few people put a lot on a Mysticorp, seeing that it was going to potentially rise. Quite a few people put some stuff on a Mega Acoustics, seeing that it was still going to hold steady. And then 2 crazy people, Lunatics Vip, as well as Raphael, put some coin over on, or some bullion rather, over on Voidistries, despite it looking like it was going to fall. So, did these companies hold up to their actual investment forecast? Let's see. The exchange forecast for Mysticorp was expected to rise. Is this true, or did this prove to be false? The truth is, out of a hidden value of 1 out of 10, did the investment prove to follow along with the forecast? It was a 3 out of 10.
That sucks.
Everyone
That is
who
bad.
invested in there is going to lose quite a bit of their bullion.
Who knows?
Next up was Omega Acoustics, expected to hold steady, which is kind of a tough thing to call if you're putting your investments in there. Hoping that potentially it would prove beneficial to most of them. Everyone seemed to put some bets in there. Did that prove to be fruitful, everyone? Out of a value from 1 out of 10, Omega Acoustics scored a 4 out of 10.
Who knows?
This is a crazy round of highs and lows.
This only means that we all are losing. You cannot make up difference with 10 golds.
Yeah,
This is even
come on. Come on
even at 4
down.
times.
Watch
Even
for
at
us
4
to get a
times
10.
rate, you will not make
Come
up
on
the
down in
difference.
the slums with me, baby.
It will
Come on
all
down
be
in the
very
mud. The mud and the muck with your good old boy, Raphael.
Aren't you worried about all this money that is evaporating?
It's not evaporating, right? It's going
Ether.
somewhere.
It's going straight to the ether.
Voidistries expected to fall. We still had both Raphael and Vip putting some money into it. Out of a number from 1 to 10, which was, as I was mentioning, hidden, what did it score in reality now that the actual round is over? Out of a 1 through 10, Voidistries got a 10 out of 10.
Praise Pelor, he provideth.
Unfortunately, they didn't put a whole lot in there, but hey, look, that is money that is...
What do you think, we're fucking crazy?
That is money that is tripled, so it's still beneficial in the end. Which means we have the final rankings out of 7 different spots here. Who is in the lead? Let's go from last to first. Heading up last place is Alloy with 206 bullion pieces. Following along after her is Raphael at 270.
Yes.
Coming in third from last is Monifa Sonora at 253.
270 is higher than 253, Jason.
Yes,
Oh, here we go. Yeah, look. Don't blame me.
No.
Don't blame me.
Shit's rigged.
There we
Choosing
go.
favorites.
It's not perfect. There we go. All right. Coming up in 4th place with an actual lead, because I'm staring at it right now, is Cassius. The value of 282 bullion pieces. Vip comes in 3rd at 307. And the Eternal Struggle, 2nd place, is Obese with 321.
His best place.
Meaning the Karma is still sitting at the number 1 spot. Losing quite a bit of bullion, however, still sitting on the top spot with a pretty decent lead at 401. However, before we have everyone decide where to place their next investments, we have quite a few different packages to go through. So, Kevin, do you want to help me out? And let's find out who gets stuff.
All right, and there's still one in here from 2 days ago, so I don't know if you guys got it yet. But
That
it's
one
for
was
Karma.
likely for Karma. She already rolled
Yep.
that and applied it. Yep.
All right, that's gone. Big bullion for Alloy. 2 of them right off the bat.
All right.
I
2d4.
think I have 3 total, by the way.
You can just roll a
1,
3
2.
total then.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
That bumped you up quite a bit.
That is 296 then.
Look at that. Straight to 4th place, baby cat.
I'm not in last place anymore.
Wait
No, I am.
until all is rolled.
Yeah, let's see who else gets the bullion packages first.
Let's see.
Let her
I
have
got a-
this, guys.
Alloy also got a curio.
Oh yeah.
Oh, give me a d10 roll, Alloy.
That's an 8.
Nice, nice. With an 8 Alloy, as you are fumbling through your packs, you happen to find a interesting curio held within. And let me just grab the text so I can paste it. Come on, there we go. A jagged silver shard smeared with an iridescent ichor. When held and activated, this curio grants you a +1 bonus on ranged attack rolls until the end of the session. There you go. Hold on to that. Did we get some other stuff, Kevino?
Yeah, Alloy also has a +1.
Okay, remember you got a +1 to any roll you'd like, Alloy.
Alright.
Let's see. Next, I have a big bullion package. It's the 20.
Extra 20, there you go.
Karma has one.
Go ahead and roll Karma. $20 to you.
20.
Cassius.
Cassius gets one. Obese gets one. Raph gets one. And I get a +1.
Most of those from Mama Bear, so thank you, Mama Bear. That was
Yes.
Blah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you,
you,
Mama Bear.
Thank you.
It's obese you need to be laughing at, not me. I don't know why you're laughing at me. I'm not a threat to you anymore.
Obese isn't a threat either. He's only there because of me, remember?
I don't know about that.
So go ahead, adjust your new results with those bullion packages. I'm going to go ahead and run our intro, and in the meantime, you guys can decide where to put your money. But let me run that, and then we'll get some duplicates of some tokens if you need them. Let me just switch over to our intro real quick. So, welcome back everybody. We currently have some forecasts going on. Mysticorp expected to hold steady. Omega Acoustics expected to rise, as well as Voidistries, as the players decide to place their bets. Nickit/Vip is out this session. We're just going to leave his bullion down at the bottom and allow him to do that in between these sessions. So, alright, is everyone happy with where they want their things?
A bold prediction. Someone might be trusting in the plan a little too much, I think.
What is this? Why are you crazy?
Listen, hasn't ever led me stray before?
Okay.
This time?
I mean, literally 5 seconds ago, it led us all astray.
Like it just happened?
That was all of us as a group. This is me alone. This is my predicament here, okay? Mind your own business.
With Raph and Obese?
I do apologize.
Is everybody
Obese.
locked
Ain't
in
gonna-
with their bets?
I have run the numbers. I am good.
Yeah.
Going once. Going twice. Okay. Who wants to roll to give the recap from last week?
Diplomatic immunity.
Recapper. Oh,
Maybe-
it's Moneyville's turn.
Oh no.
Sorry,
Manisha.
Shanifa.
I'll roll for Vip at advantage. I'll do a recap as Vip at advantage.
Okay, sure.
What?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Sure.
Wow.
Kevin, roll off.
No.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Okay.
See, he's trying to be cocky.
I showed off and got my ass in trouble. So,
Classic Vip.
alright.
Obese
Well-
is Vip. What happened last time on?
Devil's in the details.
Oh, Jesus. Now we're gonna do obese as Vip. Okay, so... Last time we participated in what Big Red called the pre-gamut, and we all got a little bit sloshy, a little bit tipsy before we headed off to the magical devil party. We decided to get a little dressed up. Everybody went as super detailed and elaborate backstories. We've got, I don't remember any of them, but they were awesome. So after a while, how did we get in? We got in
we went back to the old portal that we found last time at the Applebee's, and
you guys were
we got
able to
in-
gain entry using the invitations that were found at the Glamourpuss estate after the Bullionaire Bastion scoped out the place.
Yeah, that's right. We tried to make it too complicated, but all we really needed was just to show our invitations like we were invited, you guys. So then once we got inside, we did the old gamma split. We all went 4 ways. Me and Mama Cat. This is weird. I feel weird about this already. Me and Mama Cat, she took me over to see the bar. I don't remember, Mama. Tell us.
We got a drink, and then I failed at sweet talking some guys at a table.
Oh, that's
you
right.
on the chain.
I was supremely jealous, I can tell you that much. But I liked watching.
It ain't easy being Vip.
Feel bad.
It ain't easy being Vip. But you know who else it ain't easy being? A bunch of foxy ladies in a nightclub. Alloy and Karma, who started out at the bar as well, they ended up getting sweet-talking and some dupes to their private suite. They got the better hand of them and found out the password. I'll let you figure out how. It was violence mostly? I don't remember.
They drugged them.
They drugged them. Oh, well, if it was one of those 3 options, I was wrong on 2 counts. Let's see who else was around in the club. Cassius was being Cassius. He was being a cool spy guy. And then, Raffino Bees. Yeah, so they scoped out the VIP area upstairs, found out that we needed the password, and it wasn't as simple as we thought. We tried to make it. They went on a little spy mission. I think it went wrong because Raph got pulled away into a back room. I didn't get to see a whole lot of it, but they came back and they were both pretty red. I can't imagine what happened.
My plan worked too well.
But anyways, after the ladies took care of us, obviously they're the competent ones. They told us how to get upstairs, and they told us that the password was 6 fingers. We followed up in kind and entered in, some with more class than others. And then we got invited into the super secret sex room, and that's where we are now. And my voice hurts.
Super secret sex room. Yes, finding out the secret password, which was 6 fingers, you were all able to collectively reconvene as the investor group and make your way up to the 2nd floor, and seeing a large collective of what you assume to be disguised demons begin to shuffle into a back room. You guys followed suit, kind of trailing behind them, and entered into a large open room. There you found a crowd of, again, disguised demons, as you would assume, gathered around 2 very familiar-looking Nelfeshni demons who were speaking to each of them. As they were speaking to each of them, the Nelfeshni relayed that they were going to just go ahead and forget about the whole Razine thing, and he shouldn't be an issue. They were just going to move on with the ritual and tell Lord Daedramir that contact with the Razine is taken care of and no issues were found. However, as this was being relayed, a figure from the back room questioned them on this about there being any issues, to which this irritated them, so they called the figure up to the front, and stepping up and removing their cloak and hood, you see that they are a interesting looking demonic figure. You notice that the figure here stands about 8 or so feet tall, and I'll show you what they look like as they reveal themselves. Both of the Nelfeshni both sort of looked up in disbelief and claimed the Lord Daedramir. And so here we are, you see the figure standing before you here. And let me just go over this really quickly. This looks like a tall, fiendish humanoid. Their skin is jet black, covered in dark leggings and a cloak that glitters gold from the flicker of the nearby fireplace. Their chest bare and toned, a high golden neck collar connecting the cloak. They're adorned in a number of gold rings and earrings. They wear a pair of graduated shades. 2 short, thick horns extend from the forehead, straight silver hair running from them down the back below the shoulders. The 2 Nelfeshni, as they sort of look on, in disbelief that this figure has appeared, you watch as both of them drop to their knees. And they both say,
Lord Daedramir, we didn't know you'd be showing up.
You all watch as this figure reveals themselves, that the group of humanoid disguised patrons around you all quickly drop to a knee.
Oh shit.
I do too.
Drop to it.
Same.
Everyone drops to a knee along with this.
Shrug and sure.
Of course.
Yes.
We must maintain the illusion.
All right, you similarly kind of just follow suit and drop a knee as well. Let me see here. As this happens, you kind of scan the room. You watch as this Lord Daedramir begins to slowly walk around the 2 Nelfeshni. A smile forms on his face filled with golden teeth. He says,
So then, tell me again about what you've learned from Razim. What secrets did he convey about any possibility of roadblocks to our grand scheme?
his hands waving in the air as he speaks. The Nelfeshni look to him and say,
We didn't get the opportunity to speak with Razim. We tortured the investors for information, but they led us in circles.
Lord Daedramir looks at both of them. The other one quickly, sort of like shifting on his knees across a little closer to Lord Daedramir.
Please, Lord, forgive us.
Lord Daedramir stares at the two before saying,
Rise, slowly stand, don't be afraid.
The Nelfeshni you watch, they slowly stand, beads of sweat beginning to run down their foreheads as they watch.
I want to take away your terror. There is nothing to fear because nothing dies. Listen.
There's abject silence in the room in the presence of the Lord. Only the sound of the fire crackling nearby can be heard.
Life is just a dream flowing into another dream.
There's more silence as he stares into the Nelfeshni. One of them finally blurting,
You're not gonna punish us?
He turns to that one and says,
No, I'm not going to lay a finger on you. That's already been reserved for another.
The two Nelfeshni pull back. A terrified look spreads across their faces.
Please, sir, not him. Please, we beg you.
You watch as Lord Daedramir looks and runs a couple of fingers in the air and says,
Goodbye.
And as he says this, he touches the both of them, and with a burst of black smoke, the two Nelfeshni vanish.
Nice. Fuck those guys.
Hey, Jason, can we do some kind of Arcana check on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
With a 18 and a 21, both you, Karma, and OBs can make out that that was likely some type of what you would assume maybe some type of plane shift magic.
Yes, I've seen that before. Okay.
Oh, and Jason,
Yeah.
my what is it, alter self or whatever, only lasts for an hour.
Okay.
How long has it been?
It's probably closing in. You're beginning to probably get worried at this point.
Okay.
Fine. This is fine.
All right. Well, I'll just put it out here. I think she would know when it's like time to like.
You
wrap
get the
things
sense
up for
if
herself.
you're just sort of like counting in your mind, you have maybe 5, maybe 10 more minutes.
Baby cat.
Okay.
You guys are sort of like at the front of this collection of at least disguised humanoids, so you can clearly see what's happening here. But you feel like you can maybe push back a little bit, Alloy. Maybe try and mingle in with the rest of the people here that are kind of on their knees currently.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. You watch after this happens as Lord Daedramir turns to the crowd and you and throws out a hand towards your group.
And you, I've seen your true face.
He begins to step towards your group, and reaching across past you, Alloy, you watch as he pulls a terrified-looking human male by the ear up off of their knee. "Please, Lord," they say.
You're just as guilty as those two, perhaps even more.
With a touch, you watch as the terrified human vanishes again in black smoke. Daedramir runs both hands over his hair, straightening it, before a voice from the crowd says, "My lord, that one was not a part of the Nelfeshni sent to speak with Razim. They were killed earlier attempting to assault the investors." You watch as Daedramir pauses.
Oh,
He smiles.
did I ever tell you how good Halcyon's narcotics are?
You watch as he... Oh, go ahead.
Real quick. I'm going to ask this about every new character we meet.
Sure.
Height relative to the shadowy figure in my vision on this Daedramir guy.
He is 8 foot tall, from what you surmise here.
So he's pretty big.
He's a taller figure, yes.
So possibly a similar size?
Possibly.
Oh no. That's not what I wanted to
It's
hear.
difficult to tell. It's difficult to tell, Raphael. Daedramir walks over to this couch, this lounge sofa that sits in front of the fireplace that is in front of this encircled group of humanoids, you included, and takes a seat. He lays down on the lounge chair, brushing off his translucent cloak. He looks to you all and says,
"Please, rise."
You watch as the others begin to step up from their knees.
Yep. We all do that, I'm sure.
Okay. He then says,
Now, why are we all here?
as he finishes saying this, you hear the group around you in a chant say, "To confirm the details of the coming ritual of vile coupling."
I'm sure I'm glad I'm wearing a mask. I nod my head like I'm saying words and kind of... Are they doing any kind of like weird raised hand thing? Because I do that too.
I'm sure some of them are, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mimic that. I'm a bard. I can pull that off. Sure.
There's like 20 or so attendants here along with you guys. Daedramir says,
That's right. My union with the Sheen has been foretold for some time. It is, in fact, my singular purpose for existing. I was brought into this world for the act of our odious copulation. The very one that will damn all of Halcyon.
he points a finger towards the crowd.
Come hither.
and you all watch as a female succubus approaches. He runs a finger along her cheek and neck as she bends down at eye level with him crouching.
Because what do we want afterwards?
And you watch as the succubus responds, "To see Halcyon razed to the ground with fire and blood." You watch as he stops running his finger across her neck and kind of just takes his hand and just pushes it up against her face and away from him.
And that is why you will all be sure to listen to exactly what I have to tell you next.
You all watch as she crawls back into the crowd and says, "Yes, my lord."
All these countless years of your hard work, sending sacrifices to the Sheen, will soon pay off. When the stars surrounding the Gugardium cluster align in 6 days, the ritual shall begin. I will ascend to the sun to be with my Sheen, and under the eye of our master, we shall be united as one, and the coupling will commence. And then, what happens next?
Dejamir says aloud. You hear one of the members from the audience. "Our forces invade Halcyon from the abyss to free you both from within the sun before tearing the city apart." You watch as Lord Dejamir turns to that part of the audience and says,
"Do not think thoughts. Listen here and listen closely. You cannot destroy the sun yourselves. You can be destroyed, your armies can be destroyed, but you cannot destroy the sun. While in this Twixt plane, its magic is potent, the sun impenetrable. But through the ritual of vile coupling, the sun's magical entrapment will be broken."
You hear the same member from before. "But you just said the sun can't be destroyed while on this plane."
"Do not think thoughts!"
He lays there for a second. He runs 2 of his fingers in the air.
"Outside, anxiety exists, and where there is anxiety, there is error. And where there is error, there is opportunity. The ritual doesn't destroy the sun because we are in the Twixt. The ritual destroys the sun because we are not in the Twixt."
You see as the figures around you sort of like look at one another puzzled before he says,
"We are not bringing hell to Halcyon. The ritual shall bring Halcyon to hell."
You all listen
that's so
as the
good.
sounds around you of the figures begin to cheer around you. Hoots and hollers in a variety of humanoid and some more monstrous voices. Before Lord Dejamir says,
"Silence! Directly to Azagrat. Picture the entire city of Halcyon transported to the Triple Realm, where our armies will just be a hop and skip away. However, we are missing the unholy rites."
Again, you watch as the crowd sort of looks puzzled at the sound of this. Before Lord Dejamir continues.
The unholy rites is the document that our master must read to initialize the ritual process. Without the unholy rites, none of this works. Those 2 bumbling Nelfeshni lost the puzzle box containing it during their travels here, which means it is somewhere here within the city. And you need to find it before those 6 days pass and our window of opportunity closes. Which brings me to my next topic. Let's talk about these investors. You.
He says, pointing over at you, Alloy.
Come here.
Hey,
I'm good.
How much time she has left?
Alloy, you feel like any minute.
no.
Is Alloy going up? Because if she is, I'm gonna do like a fake push, but that's to inspire you. I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration to
Okay.
sort of like play along.
I wanna be close by because if she changes, I wanna grab her.
The lounge chair that is in front of you is only like 15 or so feet ahead.
Okay, I'll stand up or whatever. I guess we're already standing.
Mm-hmm.
Inspired.
I like walk forward like just a little bit.
He runs a finger.
Closer, closer.
Oh no!
Okay.
You smell my breath.
She like gets a little bit closer. She's going really slow though.
You watch as Lord Dajamir just watches as you come up, his head resting on the side of the lounge chair. He looks up at you and says,
You've been watching them so far. They were clearly skilled enough to lead the Nelfeshni on a false lead. Do you think they will pose a problem in stopping our grand scheme?
And I don't think so. No, they look pretty weak. I mean, I think we can take them. Honestly.
I love how casual. Yeah, they're not all that.
Seem better.
You watch as Lord Dajamir takes his glasses off and begins to run them through the bottom of his cloak, kind of cleaning them.
And what do you make of any of their potential connections they have within this city?
What connections?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. He thinks I've been watching them.
He's assuming you are part of the demon group here.
Who's been spying on the investors?
You would assume
what I'm
that this is the
It's just
case.
like, yeah, just like last time, just like the old investors. Fuck them, fuck the best.
I'm asking this one.
He says, kindly pointing over at you, Alloy.
I mean, you're talking about the Bastion and
The investors specifically.
Okay, I've lost the question. Their connections.
Do they have any connections in the city?
Yeah.
I mean that they're connected with the Bastion.
And that's all that we know of?
And the resplendent.
That's bad.
Who is this?
He knows. I feel like he knows.
That's real bad.
Oh.
A baby cat, no.
He says,
And who is this charming sounding individual, the resplendent? Rolls off your tongue, resplendent. But a long
I have
name.
to get baby cat. I have to get baby cat.
I've just heard the name. I don't know who that is. I've heard the name though on the streets. You know. As
Yes.
they say.
As they say. Good. Let them continue to play their part, unaware of the real picture. Their time, just like Halcyon, will come sooner rather than later.
He gets up, and you watch as he sort of like ushers you to get back into the group, Alloy. You begin to step back into the group, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah.
As you do, you kind of look down and notice that your boobs have deflated,
No!
and you look like Alloy again.
Oh, no. I mean, I feel like as that would happen, she would get that big cloak out again.
Sure. You kind of begin fishing the cloak out as you're kind of like pushing yourself in between two of the humanoid-looking members of this group, trying to not stand out as much.
Real quick, out of character while this is happening, what were they called? The demons that he just banished?
The Nelfeshni?
Yeah.
Were they at the square with the respondent?
You didn't see him there.
Okay. Because the only place we saw them was when we were in hell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They know we have connections with the curator.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my interrupt is gone. I don't have a plan if somebody wants to jump in.
You watch as Lord Daedramir sort of like... Oh, go ahead, Cassius.
That's
Oh,
I was gonna ask.
oh,
if-
sorry.
did
Go
it
ahead,
seem-
Manifa.
I was gonna ask did it seem like Lord Daedramir noticed Alloy change? Can do like a perception. Or
Sure.
something?
Make a perception or even maybe an insight check. That would work too.
Let's see.
Passive perception's a 21. My passive insight was a 17.
Okay. Between the two of you, with your passive OBs and then with your active kind of assessment, Monifa, you did notice that Daedramir watched as Alloy entered back into the group, and likely may have seen the shift in her change from her spell going off. But you're not sure if he really seemed to care or make note of what was happening. You watch as he kicks his feet out and sits upright on the lounge chair now, kind of pulling his glasses out from a distance, looking through them to see if they're clean, and then placing them back over his eyes. He then stands up.
So then, you all have 6 days to find me information on those rites so we can begin preparations for the ritual. With them recovered on that 6th day, I will teleport into the sun to be with my new slithery soulmate. And once the rites are read, the coupling will begin, and Halcyon will be shifted into the abyss. Do not fail me.
He watches all of the people in the group shake their heads, nodding.
Well then,
He claps his hands to the side.
meeting adjourned. Now, someone give me more of whatever I just took. And grab some wine while you're at it. Everyone else, get out. Get out! Leave me!
While
Leave.
we're all shuffling out, I do want to see if he's got any like like regalias or symbols on him, something like crests or anything.
Make a perception check.
All right, this is a 20, a dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, Karma, you notice he is wearing a lot of golden accoutrements all over his body. Most of them just adorned with skulls and bones. However, you do notice, after kind of seeing a couple of just like bands of gold on some of his fingers, that he actually on both hands has 6, not 5 fingers.
Okay.
That's too many.
Okay, noted.
Is he wearing any golden coins with Joaquin on it?
You can make a perception check. As everyone kind of begins to step up and quickly shuffles out of the room as he waves a hand yelling at them. None that you see, Cassius.
One more
With that
check.
Sure.
In history, is there some kind of relevant demon with 6 fingers that we know
Make
about?
a history, religion, whatever check you'd like.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with. We'll do history.
Sure.
11.
With an 11, none that you remember, Karma.
Okay.
Everyone very quickly begins to shuffle out of the room. Do you guys do anything as this happens?
Nope. Probably not, but so just to be clear, the rights are a puzzle box? Or there's a puzzle box that contains the rights? Is that kind of the gist that I got?
Yes.
That's how I understood it.
Okay. And the Nefeshni that the Resplendent defeated lost it.
Sounds to be that way, yes.
Okay.
As you are all beginning to be ushered out of the room, you find yourselves standing again in the relative company of the second floor of the club. Let me just open my volume mixer, take the volume of one of these down real quick.
I'm going to open up my book real quick and write a message to Karma and have it say, some magical rare device. It's almost like a guy who collects a lot of crap might have it.
Well, he said it was in the city somewhere.
He didn't seem to know much, though.
Would be... Oh, I'm not in this conversation. Never mind.
I mean, everyone's been kind of ushered out. You watch as the rest of the other humanoids kind of begin to just like filter out through different areas. Some just sitting back at some of the tables here on the top floor. Some quickly filtering back through the sort of like security checkpoint and heading down the stairs back down below.
You want to give me VIP as well?
Sure.
But we just need to find out who has this puzzle box and where maybe it came from, because I don't know, or where it last was. Maybe that could be a clue.
Yes. What?
We should probably get out of here before we discuss this stuff.
I am wondering. Do we know about that room that you knocked out those guys? Rather, let me scratch that. Maybe there's somewhere safe that we can speak here. I think we need to discuss some things before we leave. If only we had a secure room that we could talk in quiet and peace.
We just have to move a couple bodies. I mean, yeah.
Well, let's do it then.
This is normal, yes?
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
We will go this way.
Lead the way.
Karma would lead them to the room and stay by baby cat.
The Goliath bouncer, seeing you approach, just sort of like unhooks the tether that leads back downstairs and lets you all exit from the top floor and move down to the bottom. Let me just grab everybody. Oh, hang on, hang on, everybody. No, don't move yet,
He collected us.
Don't move yet, I'm collecting. I'm gonna move you guys down there. It's just a switch of the maps here. Let's grab you here. And there we go. Shift you down to the other map. So if you just scroll over to the left side.
Yeah. This way. wait.
You guys remember that the door was this one here.
Wait, there's
And-
another door right here. Do I know it might be on the other side?
You can make a check with advantage.
Oh yeah.
What check would that be?
History, investigation. Investigation would probably work better.
Ooh.
Oh,
This is another lounge room. Probably about the same size as the other one.
I want to check this room.
Okay.
'Cause maybe it doesn't have drugged people in it.
True.
there.
Smart.
As the rest of you begin to pile into that room, you see two unconscious humanoids laying on the ground.
Yeah.
A little too much.
Did you find Alloy?
Alloy, as you poke your head into the other room, you see, as you open and crack the door, this place is got a couple of chairs around and is lit subtly by sort of like a just greenish crystal on the desk. And you see quite a few different, there's like a human and two tieflings at the far corner that sort of like turn and just stare at you.
Wrong. I'm sorry. I'll be going.
You quickly close the door behind you.
I wanna. There's a door, right? Somewhere in here. There's a door.
There's a door right in front of you
Two
there.
doors.
All right. I wanna just like fucking drag this guy over the door. I'll
Get on
open
the
the
floor.
door.
This will help.
Mm.
All right.
I want to peek out the door before I just fucking throw a body out.
Sure.
I'm in the corner or something.
Oh, it's a hallway.
Seems to be an empty hallway for the time being.
Yeah, let's. I mean, maybe we can put them in a room.
In a room, they're passed out, right?
If they're unconscious, just leave them.
They look unconscious.
We will be quick.
Mm.
Please.
I was gonna say, yeah.
All right.
It's so important that we had a talk before we leave.
Can I do a medicine check and like make sure they're unconscious?
Sure.
19.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, that's a crit.
It's a crit. Yeah.
With your medicine check, they were already pretty sloshed from whatever mixture of imbibements they had taken previously, likely some type of Halcyon drug. However, the ether that you slipped into their drinks pushed things over the edge, and they are very clearly knocked out.
Okay.
And will likely
Praise
be that
Paylor.
way for the next 2 to 4 hours.
Cool.
Very good. I'm wondering if maybe somebody here doesn't know something and just has not shared. Maybe we rub more elbows and find out.
Don't you think that if they had known something, they would have made it known to the High Prince of Darkness upstairs?
I was thought the same.
I think that they probably would not reveal before they are ready to. It seems he does not appreciate half efforts.
We at least
Yeah.
know that he is unaware of the resplendent.
Yes.
Ow.
Seems to be very uninformed is a good point.
He seems drugged up and like he has,
Well, obviously.
well, I mean, at least he has a plan.
We need to find these rights. That should be our highest priority.
Yes. I wonder if maybe someone around here knows a clue that maybe they do not know is clue.
Here's the inroad. We need to find out if anyone worked with those Nefeshni. They were the ones that had the rights, after all.
Yes, we could see if we maybe have, because we haven't, because out of character real quick, we don't have like any headway on where they are.
What? The rights?
Any lead to where the puzzle box and the rights are?
This was the first time you and what seems like any of the other demons in the room have heard of this.
It seems like it would be a perfect time to be able to arbitrate and let them know that, because maybe one of these three know.
That's
But if we don't arbitrate heavily into the Bastion to offset Lam, we might be in trouble. Just long term.
I think given everything that just transpired, we should all arbitrate for the Resplendent. Otherwise, she may be in grave danger now. No offense, Aloy.
Do we know what happens if we have even vote? If we split the ballot, as it were? Do they all get the information at the same time?
That's a good question, Jason. Would the two highest votes get it simultaneously?
Well, the issue is that there's not an
There's an
even
odd
number
number
to
of
split
us,
you
yeah.
all amongst the three. So someone is going to
If
get...
somebody did Lam, and then three of us each did Bastion and Resplendent.
I'll do Lom.
Of course you will.
The math is easy to figure, but the theory is what I test. Is that something that we think would work?
You don't know.
Try it.
We should try it.
I suppose it's good time. Well, mother being necessary for invention.
We should talk about this specifically more after we've left this building, though, I think. Just in case.
Should leave, yeah.
Yes, okay. Well, I thought maybe we had some information we could gain here. I just wanted to float the idea before we leave, not do the mind talking if we are ready to go.
I suppose half of us could leave. We don't want to attract too much suspicion. If we're all asking about the Nefeshni at once, that's probably going to raise some eyebrows.
We can try to see who they came with, who they were mingling with.
Raphael, I assume you're not too happy being in a den of sin like this. Maybe you and me personally could go talk to Resplendent and just give her a heads up as opposed to overly arbitrating while they figure things out here.
I think that seems fine. I would love to wash my hands of this place forever.
You walked right in, fit right in.
Listen, I'm an inquisitor. It's my job to fit in. You think I just talk like this all the time? I have a wide repertoire of accents that I can use.
Oh, no doubt.
I am Abish Shalom. I stop attack.
This is not how you say Ob's name.
It's close enough, whatever.
Oh, Beast, why are you talking to yourself?
I don't... This game is not fun. But since he's leaving, I must leave, because we are both pair here.
That's right. The three of us could go to the Resplendent. The rest of you could get any final information on this Nefeshni and where they may have gone to.
Split the party. Split the party.
Split the...
So, since you two are leaving, maybe I should... And if I'm joining you, maybe I should play along like I'm joining you as we leave?
I mean, maybe you go out that door and we go out this door and then we meet up outside. So there's plenty of time outside to catch up with each other. We do not have to leave with each other's hands in each other's pants.
You should.
Speaking of which, you will need to leave with your hands in my pants, by the way. That is...
What?
Oh, it's a long story that I don't wish to repeat.
It was good cover.
Yeah,
But fine.
Something all right.
Very well. Cassius, you go out that door, we go this way. We will meet outside. Behind the dumpsters. Wink. Goodbye.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, before I leave, I look at Karma and say, don't fuck this up. And I give her my last inspiration.
You don't fuck this up. I got this. Now go do whatever you need to do with your bag of tricks and accents and whatever.
Yes. I'm looking through spellbook here. Take this again. I think it's about to wear off. Yes. Okay, bye.
Bye. This is the...
Where is my lava? Where is my lava? Where the gun. There you are. Do not sneak away from me.
Oh, wouldn't dream of it, babe. Let's get out of here.
Yes, quickly to your apartment.
I just look at the bartender and go, Faust, out.
Wait, so y'all are
What a
like
dick.
leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Alloy probably needs to leave.
Yeah, she's not. She's
Well, I
baby.
was
She's
gonna- I was
actually
trying-
Alloy.
Yeah. I was trying to point out.
Take the
We
baby
should all
cat.
leave, but you know.
Well, just maybe poke around for a little bit, just a little bit more information, just to see if anyone has any leads or rumors. You know, the word on the street, kind of.
She's got dimension door. She's fine.
I'm fine. Yeah. Now, if you don't feel safe here, go with them because, you know, all for one and one for all. I don't know. I had the door and I can get out of here. The last time I left cats alone, you guys almost died in a pit.
I thought we shouldn't split up, but you know, that's just me.
Well, leave or don't leave, but we're leaving.
I think
Can't
maybe
take the-
we-
Wherever you go, I go, toe beans.
So,
Unless you want me to do something else, and then I'll do that. Whatever you want,
to do
really.
Nothing ever.
That's gonna be hard to. Well,
you watch as the others leave, seeing the doors closing behind them as you, Monifa, and Karma, plus Vip, step back out onto the dance floor. There is the shifting sound of movement, the humid, fetid feeling of sweat and heat here as bodies just shift in the wavering darkness, only ambiently lit by the projected rays of arcane light that refract through the area here in a multicolored, scintillating burst. Monifa and Vip, you guys are leaving too?
Yeah, I mean, I just. Monifa doesn't feel comfortable being here still with everyone. I don't know.
Sure. That leaves Karma Tycoon. What are you doing, Karma?
Being safe first of all, they bet.
Karma wants to listen in to some doors before she goes talking to people. She wants to see if she can hear like secret conversations happening, like how we just had.
Sure.
She wants to be sneaky about it too.
You step up to a door, whatever one you'd like. For now, this hall seems pretty quiet. You can hear the murmuring of goings-ons in a couple rooms, kind of slightly drowned out by the sound of what sounds like different types of atmospheric enjoyment happening from quite a few areas as you kind of push your ear to one of the doors here. You want to give me some type of perception check?
Yeah. 18.
As you roll as you press your ear up to the door and give a listen, you hear coming from within the murmuring sound of what sounds like a mixture of snarling and hissing talk as one of the humanoids or whatever is inside say, 2 last week, what about you? Another one says, 5.
Oh, they must be talking about what those losers were talking about. Next. They were talking about like turning them into her? Who's her?
I don't know.
Let me listen in just a little more.
You hear a hissing coming from a corner of the room. Let's stop measuring each other and enjoy ourselves.
What?
You hear the sound of snorting coming from within the room.
Okay. All right. That was a pissing match. Next.
Give me another perception check. You put
Okay.
your ear up to the door, up to the north of you. And you're not sure if it's just the loudness of the beating music around here, but you don't hear anything coming from within this room.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more, then I'm gonna move on. I don't want to like waste the entire night in this hallway. Okay, 11.
With a check of 11, kind of stepping over to this door, you listen in and you hear some sounds coming from within the room. Some moaning, some screeching, what sound like maybe cloth being torn.
Nice. I'm gonna go down the hall.
You go down the hall here and can give me a perception check here.
Mm-hmm. Damn it! That's another 6.
Doesn't sound like there's anything coming from within this room.
Is it unlocked?
It is locked, this door in front of you to the right.
Okay. Alright.
Karma, as you turn around, you see, standing there, never hearing them approach, is Lord Daedramir.
Oh, I think I saw you before. Listen. Do you happen to have anything good that a good lordly lord like myself could have to take the edge off?
Let me check my inventory. I know I pulled some. Oh, I do, Lord Daedramir. I'll pull those pills that I got from those guys that we.
Oh,
drug.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Just for you, handsome. There you go. I'll enjoy.
Lord Daedramir takes them and kind of holds them up and looks at them and says,
Ah, yes. Quite the resourceful one. Thank you, my dear.
Yeah.
Well, go along, play, enjoy yourself, and be careful.
Be careful, you.
boops you on the nose before he turns around to begin walking off.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so was that like a be careful he knows? Or was that like be careful key out there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't know without a check.
I want to check. I want an insight check. Because if it's just like be careful, I do want to talk to him.
Remember, you have bardic inspiration.
Yeah. 29 insight.
He seems to have more knowledge, at least behind the way he's moving his body, than you may have originally anticipated, as he just boops you on the nose and begins to walk away.
Okay. Well. Shit. I'm gonna wait until he walks away. Because
He
I still want to get some rumors.
comes to the corner here, and you see him like literally do like a swivel around and kicks a foot forward, and then looks back at you and winks before disappearing down the hall.
This motherfucker knows.
He knows. Yeah, he knows. Shit. Well, I don't want to go down that hall now. I'll go back. I'll go back in the room and out this way and try to do really quick work. I don't want to spend too much time taking up everyone's time. I'm gonna see if anyone's like talking at tables, and then like pretend like I'm just chilling, dancing, and try to eavesdrop on.
Oh, there's quite a bit of talk happening here at the bars.
Okay, then I want to just dance and eavesdrop.
Maybe you could find somebody that was like specifically in the meeting.
Oh, okay. My best friend, the bouncer, knows everyone, so I'm gonna go talk to him really quick.
Okay. You head up the stairs to find the bouncer still standing at attention. This large, burly, tattooed Goliath.
Night jobs, right? You want to be part of the crowd looking for this puzzle box, would you?
He looks down at you and then back up, and without looking at you just says, "Are you discussing what Lord Daedramir secretly shared with you in the backroom meeting?"
No. So you don't get my into window? All right. No.
He leans in to one of your ears and says, "You know what happens if you're not one of the first demons to find it for him, right?"
Remind me again?
He leans back and says, "Oh, you'll find out."
Probably bad.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want anything like that to happen to me. That's pretty brutal. Never mind. I'm intimidated. I can't do this. All right. Yeah, know what? I got Dimension Door. He doesn't know what I look like.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, have you heard any pointers on any leads on where anything's at? You know, you hear things. Everyone passes by you.
He looks at you and says, "I'm just the doorman."
But you got ears.
That I do.
So, what are you thinking? Top side, low side?
I don't know what was shared in that room other than what you just blurted out in the public, which I don't suggest doing.
Oh. All right. So
Although
not everyone in this club, Jason, is aware of what just happened, because that was my assumption and that's my bad.
No, that's fine. There is a lot of people in this club, but there is only like 15, 20 people in that meeting.
Okay. Well. All right. I want to go down to where someone familiar from the meeting would look like.
Sure. You head back downstairs, and if you want, you can make a perception check to see if you notice anyone like that.
Yeah. Oops, ignore that. That's insight. 17.
With a 17, you take some time here, sort of a couple steps up on the stairs that transition upstairs with a little bit of height here, and just scan the dance floor, the bar, and maybe even what looks like a kitchen area beyond, just trying to see if you can spot anybody that looks familiar to any of the humanoids, at least what you surmise to be disguised demons that were part of that group. And you actually do not see any.
Fuck.
They do not seem to be here.
Okay, well, I think that's gonna do it for me, since...
Other than the two that you know are unconscious in that room, but you obviously know that they didn't attend the actual meeting, so...
Yeah. If I don't see anyone familiar, and I know that talking to others about it is a no-no, I'm not gonna do anything more here. And plus, Lord Daedramir is on to me, so I'm just gonna go.
Probably a good idea.
He seems to know more than he lets on. You just don't know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll go.
Okay, you head out of the club?
Yeah.
While Karma is doing all that, just to sort of recapture with the time here, what was everyone else doing as you all exited the club? Everyone besides Karma.
I think we wouldn't have gotten too far, but I know we had talked about going to the Resplendent and warning her.
Did you guys plan to do that before Karma finished up, or would you have waited for her to...
I think Raphael would have said we should waited.
Okay. So
just kind of milled about in the alley, you know.
Yeah, we can decide in character. So, are you guys deciding to run off right away for this, or can we wait?
We should wait. We should not abandon her.
Okay.
Safe.
Well, doing some quick maths, I see that there are 6 of us here, which means that there is 1 of us left inside. So I will stay here to make sure everyone gets out. You guys, good luck. I don't know what you all plans to do.
Divide and conquer.
We're not waiting for Karma. Okay.
Well, I am going to wait. Yes, we all needs to be out.
Oh, Bees, why don't you sign my book so I can keep in contact with you? I procured a new spot in there.
Yes. All right. Here you are.
Thank you.
What's up,
Such
Top
a
Down
fashionable
Tabletop?
signature.
I'll wait with you if you want, Obese. I don't think anyone should be alone too long.
Yeah.
Sure, that is fine.
And wherever Tobin's goes, I go. So I guess that's party 3.
All right then, Cassius. Let's head to the Resplendence.
Very well.
The rest of the
I said hello.
party waits as Cassius and Raphael begin to make their way for the Resplendent. You guys leave the district that has the Abine Gate and begin to work yourselves back up to the top side of Halcyon. Doesn't take long before you are able to find your way back into Halcyon Heights and into Pofri's office, now deserted, and using the door that you have known actually leads through a small pocket, a small platform of the infinite staircase. Make your way in a kind of interesting way. You go to topside to go through the infinite staircase to find yourselves back on Lux, but this time way up above the surface on one of the floating areas up high above the city streets and lights below. As both of you, Raphael and Cassius, enter, you see the Resplendent seated at her throne and holding a piece of gold and just kind of studying it as she sees the two of you enter.
Go ahead, Cassius.
Raphael,
Good.
Cassius, please step forward and speak with me.
Very well.
Step forward.
Yeah, same. Well, Cassius.
What brings you two here?
We happen to be speaking about some of our matters that we've been looking into, and your name may have come across one of our lips, and there, well, was a demon present. Regret to inform you that I think at least one for the opposing faction, so to speak, might know of your name now. We just wanted to give you a little bit of warning and heads up in case, well, anyone comes looking for you or now has a name to search for you. Just in honesty, I mean, we don't want them coming after you. I mean, they came after us before, obviously. He's just going to stumble over his words a little bit more.
I appreciate your concern for my well-being. I am not without my defenses, however. And through my actions of converting some of the very members of the guild themselves, have likely at least gained a few eyes somewhere within. But a warning from you nonetheless is helpful. And what of you? Do you not fear for your own sakes?
At this point, I don't know what to feel.
Of course, I always live in constant fear of my lord's harsh judgment, but nevertheless, we felt it prudent to give you a warning. Expect our arbitration soon, Resplendent.
She pauses for a second, looking at the two of you, and says,
There is a certain amount of resistance coming from some of you investors. Here, you may speak honestly with me, as you have always been allowed to do. Tell me, truthfully, what is it that makes you doubt my path towards riding Halcyon's throne?
You want to fill that one first, or do you want me to, Cassius?
Well, to be honest, I don't know who you serve, maybe yourself or whoever. I think maybe for us personally, we work in, service of other greater powers. It's, I don't know, conflict of interest?
I have already been nothing but honest with you, Resplendent. I see your path as a valid one, but not necessarily one I agree with. However, given the options presented before us, if I'm being perfectly honest, yours is the least egregious to my senses. That being said, your solution for making people happy, it goes directly against my belief. Now, I'm willing to let that lie. Agree to disagree, as it were. I just thought you should know that. It is as I've said. Each person must choose the path of righteousness of their own. It can't be because they are forced to, in my opinion.
And should I choose, as I have mentioned to your group previously, to allow there to be the option to either stay and be awakened and enlightened, or leave Halcyon so that only those who are able to envelope themselves in joy retain themselves here, do you not see that as a fitting free will choice?
I will be perfectly frank with you, Resplendent. I do, but I am confident that the rest of my compatriots do not.
Then, Raphael Cassius, what do you believe would be a viable solution for me to bridge the gap of trust with those in your group who seem to have ill will towards me and my methods?
Resplendent, you don't need to use your power to rule. All that people need to see is that you are doing good deeds. If and when you assume the role of the most powerful leader in Halcyon, there is no reason to exile those that refuse your gifts. Simply those that will choose to accept your gifts will either come around eventually, or they will live happily knowing that they are in a city that was better off now than it was before.
And like I said before, being in service, it's all new to me, to deity of power, or a greater deity, whatever you wish to refer to. I kind of just shrug and I point to the coin with Joaquin's face on it. I don't know how that would bode for me. You would be quite powerful in your own right, ruling a city. And your enlightening gift, I'm going to be honest, I don't understand how that all works. It sounds a lot like you would have followers. I don't know if I could be following two greater powers at once.
The Resplendent looks at you and Cassius and says,
Then why would you not cast off Joaquin and instead serve me?
That's a bit complicated.
Let me make it less complicated, Cassius. I will ensure that you do not continue to deteriorate.
I would prefer to have my soul back.
Then I would do everything in my power to help you reobtain your soul, which, from what it seems like, was specifically removed from you through a means of those that you serve.
I have no clue where it went. I can assume, but a promise of getting it back, or attempting to get it back, just isn't the same. If there was some sort of divine purpose, or some purpose put before to me to serve Joaquin, and she was to spare my life, I would be turning to a different favor and turning my back on another. And having the wrath of a god doesn't seem like something I want chasing me.
It seems as though you already carry a portion of that wrath already. Well, something to consider. I understand your concerns. Truly, I do.
Make a persuasion check, Raphael.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say whether I'm good or bad at persuasion. I'm just going to make the roll. That's the secret, apparently.
Hey, Luke.
All right.
Holy shit.
RP less, Luke. God.
That mean that you have to make a comment about not making a comment about it now?
Oh, damn it. Raphael says something, he basically reiterates what he just says and ends it with some sort of metaphor like you catch more flies with honey than vinegar sort of thing, comparing the choice to accept her gift versus forcing them to exile if they do not.
I shall meditate on the information that you have given me. And I truly do appreciate you coming to warn me of potential ne'er-do-wells who would attempt to take my life.
May that be at least a bit of an olive branch to let you know that I do appreciate your work. It's just a little much for me at the moment.
We both do. And again, to reiterate what Cassius is saying, I would consider this nothing more than a friendly disagreement on policy.
Just as I see it, though in the constant struggle to ensure that Halcyon does not collapse in on itself, all the more reason to do everything that I can to beat out my vile competitors.
Indeed. Well, we
I
won't
will
take any more.
Consider this information. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I need some time to think.
Very well. We won't take any more of your time, and as I mentioned, you can expect our arbitration soon.
I really do appreciate that. If you need healing, if you need mentorship on other matters, if you need an extinction on a life soon coming to an end,
She says, turning to you, Cassius.
you're always welcome to come and see me.
Very well.
With
Take
that,
my leave.
she bids you farewell as you guys head out.
As we leave and like get at least away from the building, I'm gonna nudge Raphael. What, wrathful? When have I come across as wrathful?
It's not so much you, but I will admit, it seems your god is testing you. You did well in there not falling to temptation. I think perhaps in due time, Joaquin will have you in her favor again.
Well, they hear and know all, but if it doesn't work out and I'm still alive at the end of this, maybe I'll find favor with Pelor. That would be a welcome option.
Oh,
maybe,
yes. It would be a welcome option.
Maybe that's just some tiny part of why you were sent here, maybe to have me join your flock. But I'm not going to spit in the face of a favor. Wrathful.
Of course. If you'd like to learn more about Pelor, I suggest you speak with the clergy at the shrine. After all, I'm no holy man. I'm an instrument of the Lord's will.
I kick ass for the Lord. So with that, unless the other team who was waiting for Karma to regroup, which, doesn't take too long, another 10 or so minutes before Karma kind of slips out through the large steel door at the front end to regroup. Unless you guys want to do something specifically while Raphael and Cassius were out, we can say that you all reconvene down on Lux, if you'd like.
Yeah. Did Karma come out and come to table 8?
Oh yeah, you guys went to did you guys really go to the...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she'd find you guys.
Are you all going to Applebee's without us?
Hell yeah. Onion ring time. You walked away.
2 for 1 Long Islands.
When Karma gets there, OBs will say through a fistful of onion rings, Karma, welcome back. Would you like some food?
Karma's like covered in sweat.
Nothing better after a club night than food.
That's your greasy food.
Oh, I actually think we should talk to Raphael because...
Oh.
Just hear me out.
Sure.
I'm not always paranoid or nothing.
No.
But he knows. That Lord Daedramir knows. And he booped me. And that is always a sign of like, I know something you don't know. And I feel like there's eyes all over me right now. There's eyes all over us. We gotta get clean. We're unpure right now. It's all over us. We gotta go get purified. I don't know how we do it. That's why we talked to Raphael.
Well, I guess we can call them. You're connected with Cassius's book, or you are, Obese.
Yes,
I mean...
I am. Did Cassius tell me if it's a two-way communication?
It's not, sadly. I had to message you. But I on the way back, I would just drop you a message, say, we're heading back to you guys.
I think me and Raph are still telepathically connected.
Yep, we are.
So I would look at Karma and say, I also think that maybe we should go and talk to Lom about some of this stuff. Do you think we should do that before the Raphael I should talk to?
No, because what if we go in dirty with Lom and then Lord Daedramir, whatever he put on us, is all watching us? Kind of how like Raphael did. I don't know. We should get clean first.
Well, yes. We can see if there's any validity to your fears, and then we can go see Lom.
Yes,
totally talk to Mom, though. Yeah, totally talk to Mom. I mean, duh.
They seem to have information. They might know about these rites.
Yes, this was a good plan. All right, I will tell him. We will meet him at his place.
Excellent.
He has all the holy things there. Raphael, come in. Do you reads me?
Yes.
We are going to meet at your place.
Oh,
we're unclean. Obese, tell him we're unclean.
Tell him we are unclean. We are unclean.
I mean, I have a shower.
I mean, we will all take showers as well, but there is, think we have a fly in the ointment wink.
We need an exorcism? Oh, joy! Cassius, hurry!
If that makes you move quickly, then yes.
Raphael is moving slightly faster than normal.
Okay, everyone, we are going now. Do you want anything from the Applebee's?
Oh, give me some of that blackened chicken. It was delicious.
Yes, okay. 3 orders of the blackened chicken.
Money for
To
orders,
go.
drinks to go.
Listen, I know it's all made in a microwave, but I don't care. It's really good.
It still tastes like delicious. Yeah, alright. I think we meet up at Raph's house unless somebody else has something fun.
You guys
Or
order
not fun.
some food, some takeaway drinks.
Yes.
She makes you a couple of drinks and hands them to you, and they have that little sticker on top, so they're safe to give to you guys.
Oh, that's totally chill.
And then you guys are able to leave and head out and reconvene at Raph's place together, meeting up as the two, Raphael and Cassius, kind of turn the corner to see the rest of you, and you guys kind of meet up at his place.
About that cheesecake.
Raphael, detect us. Do you see anything with those magical eyes?
Oh, yes.
Raphael's eyes glow. Oh no.
What?
This is terrible.
Oh no, I knew it!
You've been cursed, specifically you, Karma.
It was that fucking nosebleed! I fucking knew it!
I
felt it
was
in my
about to
throat.
say you have something going on in this general area around here.
Something's on my face?
Yes. A curse most foul.
Get her off!
All right. I need you all to hold perfectly still. And I like fleeing holy water in Karma's eyes, just like,
Whoa! Is it working?
hold on, I must read 3 chapters of the good book.
Oh god! Could you do
Stay
it?
perfectly still! And basically, Raphael does a baptism ritual on Karma, and then says, all right, I've done everything I can. Only a good night's rest could possibly save you now.
Well, I don't even know if I can sleep tonight. Like, what if it... Okay, alright, now I gotta calm down. You got any of that stuff that knocks you out? Would that work? Would that be a restful
No,
night?
I lost all of my ether, and I don't know what happened to it.
I
Maybe
can help you
Kaiser got
sleep.
into it.
This is simple. I can make you sleep. This is something
no,
I can just zap. He zaps you.
Oh, a
I mean,
spell.
I'll roll sleep if you want, but he does sleep on you.
No, Karma wants all the aid she can get. But are you doing it right now? No, wait, I don't want to sleep right now. We gotta talk right now.
Oh, okay, well, that's too bad. as you fall,
Karma's out for the rest of the night.
as you fall asleep, he just hands out the food, and then he wakes Karma up. But it just takes an action to wake you up with this. So.
All right, well that's you know what? If it makes me clean, great.
Jason, just in case, I did actually do detect magic. Did she have any actual magic on her?
Other than maybe some magic items that she carries on her person, no.
Okay, good. Then my lie was fun.
Oh, it's a crappy roll. That probably didn't put you to sleep.
You feel drowsy, Karma, but you never actually go to sleep.
Your legs fall asleep.
Oh, pins and needles.
Okay. Great.
Arbitration tomorrow, then.
Oh. Ooh.
Yes. Again, I think we have our anonymity, but we should probably decide very clearly and loudly to each other what we are doing, because this seems to be a tightrope that I do not wish to extend myself upon.
Indeed. So Karma is the odd one out for Lom. I will be arbitrating for the Resplendent.
The less I do for the Resplendent, the better. I will vote for the
Very well.
Bastion. Yes.
I will as well for the Bastion.
Bastion as well.
Wait. All right, then I suppose I figured you'd be Resplendent. Well, I suppose Aloy and Vip, unless you have any objections. We need an even split to test this theory.
I'll vote for yeah.
I've
And I'm sure-
rejected anything ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vip would without any objections whatsoever.
Yes, in this situation with him out, yes.
Well then, that was an easy point of discussion.
Yes.
Now,
If-
everyone's going to abide by this, right? Do I need
Yeah.
to break out Zone of Truth on this, or do we trust each other?
Obi starts to look around to make eye contact with somebody he doesn't trust with these decisions that we've all planned out, and he's like, I think probably okay.
Still
right.
worried. Just let that be known. I'm still very worried that we might not be able to offset what we've done for long if we split here for the Resplendent.
Probably won't be able to regardless. I fear.
If we
Obi
all
shouts
voted.
over. Obi shouts over to Raphael. Write that down. Cassius is a little nervous about things.
All right. I
Big
take out my journal.
development.
I take out my journal and I write it down, like not catching on to what he's saying at all. I think Obi's is right. I think we test this theory now, and then perhaps we can shore up Resplendent's votes next time.
I don't know about that. 6
Well,
days.
if you don't know about it, you're more than welcome to come over and vote for her instead. But you already said you were voting for Bastion.
100%, as I have been from the beginning.
Well then, we're at an impasse, so we may as well go with our original plan. Half Bastion, half Resplendent, and Karma continues to be selfish.
But this was part of the plan. I didn't even have to be selfish myself this time. We all agreed on it equally
We knew we could count on you
see.
to be yourself.
Out of character, I thought that's why we went to the Resplendent to warn her, so she wouldn't be out of loop, so we could just vote for the Bastion instead.
But no, we're testing to see if they get it at the same time. We might have another arbitration before this dark coupling thing, depending on what our next task is. Even if we all seven vote for Resplendent, it's not going to be more than law.
No.
Yeah.
No, I meant all voting for Bastion. To hell with the Resplendent.
Well, I staunchly refuse.
Yes.
I just meant. No, I was saying I meant out of character. I was saying that because since we had all voted for Llama that one time, and then heavily voted once before, and the Bastion had a disadvantage at the beginning of it, I thought that's why we were going to.
I think Bastion's probably got more than Lom already, because we voted for them pretty repeatedly.
Yeah, at the beginning, I'm guessing the majority was Bastion.
I'm guessing that it's probably about even, despite how Bailey's trying to duck out of frame.
I'm still.
Well,
voting
I
for
mean,
Resplendent.
yeah, I didn't mean to shoot like what you were thinking. Like, do you still feel kind of stuck on this, or?
No. I mean, it's regardless. It's one. My vote isn't going to change, and you guys were going with the plan, so I can't change that. I'm just saying I thought that's why we had gone to the Resplendent initially to warn her, also to. But I'm all for trying it 100%. Like if we have another chance in the future too.
Yeah,
I think
try
it's.
it.
I think it's a good plan.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll decide the maths the next time. We'll go for a 3-3-1 defense for this play.
Jason, as we're kind of like finishing up this conversation, I want to kind of like think back to my vision. Is it possible that the third person that I saw, the shadowy figure, wasn't somebody that was joining us against the Sheen? It was somebody that we had caught up with had already gotten to the Sheen?
Yeah,
was it
you
definitely somebody standing in combat with us?
you can make a history check on that, or a religion check, since it was like a religious vision.
I'm gonna spend my
before you roll.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, if you're gonna do advantage, never mind.
I'm gonna spend the coin on it. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
spend the coin on it for sure. Religion. All right. 18.
With an 18, you don't know.
Dang it, Jason! With an 18,
You don't know.
Breaking my balls. Anyway, I think that goes to you, right? 6, doesn't that go to the GM?
Let's see. Skipping you and starting with Amanda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes to Abiz.
Okay.
Well, King of Castle.
Raphael explains that it's a possibility that the third person that he saw wasn't joining us, but instead we were catching up to, but he's not sure yet. I'm gonna keep looking for,
It was very
the third
ethereal,
member of my vision.
very difficult to tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking for the third person in my vision, but Raphael's starting to suspect that they may not be fighting with us. We might be running up against them.
I hate to suggest this because your health means everything to me, boss. But, maybe you need to make another one of these trips? Or is this something you are willing to do?
Of course, I will have any sort of illicit substance that will let me see the face of the Lord.
He produces one of the ethers.
Oh, is it just ether, though?
Oh, is it just the ether? Maybe it is.
If it's just the ether, that's just gonna fucking knock him out. Which he's all for, because he's totally addicted to ether and laudanum.
Okay.
But
I thought that was the special thing that got you.
no, it's
Espiritu was the...
Espiritu.
You guys...
Okay.
You bought it from Goatman.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like these were wicked cheap because they have a bunch of these. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe perhaps a good flogging will help you remember.
I agree. I think with an audience, you will all be impressed by my zeal and maybe be swayed from your sinful ways, he says, unbuttoning his jacket.
Can I throw a flog? Can I help?
Actually, yes. So, someone I genuinely despise throwing the flog would make the repentance that much more painful.
Which one should I use?
Who do you hate more, Karma or myself? Because I'm down.
You're quieter usually, so Karma I
I
hate
have
more.
practice, though.
I have question. Do you have bathrooms upstairs? I will go.
It's like a hostel kind of thing, so it's outside of my apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. He steps outside, and you guys can see his greenhouse just grow up from the
His pee-pee.
And then he peeks back in and just looks through the window and just catches eyes with whoever and says, "Come on, come on." I cast my tiny hut outside for those who don't want to witness the flogging.
I 100% want to hit the shit out of Raphael.
I mean,
This is too much
I would
for
as
me.
well.
Salvation through pain. Anyone that is willing to take a swing is more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Be right there, Obi. Just hold on one moment.
I'd like to take a
Can I have
perception
my
check
own
on that.
whip? Like off my hip?
So,
Yes.
so I mean, there's nothing like weird or sexual about Raph doing this. It's literally like a weird religious thing. So
I mean,
it's weird, but it's definitely not sexual.
It reminds me of when you go to the circus and those big hammer games where you smash the hammer and the bell goes up and you see how strong you are. This is kind of like that.
I had to engage in many illicit, sinful acts this evening just to get the information that we need. And at the end of the day, I didn't even fucking get that. So more than welcome. Here, use Old Reliable on the wall there.
Old Reliable, let's go.
That sounds like another Forgotten Realms deity that you're worshiping, not Pelor.
Raphael kind of kneels before this wax-encrusted Pelor shrine, and it's just got, his old man back is just covered in scars. from the Cat of Nine Tails.
All right.
And he starts praying as this scene unfolds, I guess.
What's this wretched vessel, Pit War?
It's the Office Space printer.
Yeah.
Everyone's just beating the shit out. Like fucking. At some point, like Raphael turns around, like, you know what? Never mind. Just whatever you need to do. This is a bonding exercise for all of us.
Deal the deal. Peasus is in you.
I don't think Vip could lift old reliable.
I'm just here to watch.
Obies, give me a D4 roll. Queen Gore's bought you a big bullion package. Thank you, Queen Gore.
And Cass.
And Cass.
Oh my god. Cheats.
Oh.
Dang.
Keep those in mind if you guys don't mind, and we'll add them after the session.
I think that brings me within 20 of karma.
Still not.
So a good portion of the party spends some time punishing Raphael.
No, this is good. From this sown ground, a great summer harvest will grow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Anytime, Raphael. Anytime.
Maybe not any time. You really, really got deep on some of those.
While they're beating the hell out of him, I'm gonna set a circle of coins around myself and then just go in the corner and start resting for 8 hours, like
Sure.
praying for 8 hours since I don't have to sleep anymore.
No, Rad,
walking.
you don't have to sleep anymore.
You can do that out in Obi's tent. He set up his tiny hut outside.
No, this is holy ground. I'll just stay in here.
Okay.
It is
Holy
indeed.
crap.
Kaiser is just standing outside of the tiny hut, low growling at it.
To
He's up at the window, just like, I dare you, touch it. I fucking dare you.
a point of information. Oh, sorry, Ella, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Alloy's definitely just vibing in the hut.
She's just watching Obi's huddled in the corner.
Yeah,
like,
she was
Eating chicken
not
tendies
into
from
the
Applebee's.
Raphael thing.
There's cheesecake on the counter if you want it. You fucking dog, come close.
He just spends like an hour doing this.
Just to point out to everyone, you guys are not far away from the Joaquin Shrine where the arbitration device is.
I guess it's been less than like 6 hours since we had a full
Yeah,
rest.
you guys aren't particularly tired. You're more than welcome to. I'm just saying, if you wanted to, time investment wise, you could do your arbitration and then spend some rest, and then
Can we short rest?
yeah, sure.
And-
I'm just, you could do whatever you want. I'm just pointing out, you guys, you don't feel particularly tired if you didn't want to. You don't feel the need like you have to rest if you don't want to. That's all I'm saying.
I think getting beaten by your teammates counts as a short rest.
Yeah, you guys could take a little breather after that club, kind of calm down, hydrate.
What does a short rest do? Sorry.
It gets back your short rest powers, which I
If
used
you
all
have
of my
any.
bardic inspiration, so I needed to get it back somehow.
Okay.
You can use healing die if you need them over a short rest, but no one took any damage during their club experience.
We go
There's
to
a lot of spell slots.
a demon club and we don't partake of any sinful acts. Then we come back and beat the living hell out of one of our party.
Raphael
Most
did.
holy member.
By Raphael's standards, he did sinful acts. By no one else's standards but his own. Anyway, let's go arbitrate.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I hope we do not get into any more trouble because I am very much at half power after short rest.
Don't
you guys-
worry. I'll command them to leave us alone.
Oh, excellent. All is saved. One at a time, you can command them to leave us.
Yes.
Spend an hour making sure to get a little bit of rest in, kind of recouping after that whole experience. Karma, you kind of cool down after that sort of run in with Lord Daedramir.
Oh, Oh yeah.
And,
Raphael helped get my mind off that.
As you all kind of come out from your short rest, some of you inside of the temporary home made by OBs, others of you kind of just resting inside of the residence of Raphael. You all get your short rest in and then head out to begin your arbitrations. You guys all make your way through Lux, finding yourselves here now standing before the abandoned Joaquin Shrine, where you know inside, using your Bullionaire Bastion cards at the Joaquin Shrine will open up the secret entryway into the secreted room where the arbitration device is. Laying your hand on it, you can telepathically communicate your surface level thoughts on what went on throughout this mission, or relaying any information you have to whomever you choose to relay it to. As you all enter here in the Forsaken Square, I think we'll do something real different. Instead of spending too much time on this, it seems like you guys all have a game plan from what it seems like. So instead, I'll just have one of you pick who wants to go in first. We'll have everyone else just mute the... we're not going to change rooms. We'll just have you all deafen, and then I'll just basically say you walk in, who would you like to vote for, any other details, you step back out, and then I'll post in the chat, I'll say a heads up or a thumbs up or like a K, so you can all undeafen yourselves. How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
Short and sweet. So who enters first as you all stand before the Joaquin Shrine?
I'll go in first.
Oh, Cassius.
All right. Cassius steps up and decides to begin making way into the Joaquin Shrine. If everyone wouldn't mind, besides him, to deafen yourselves. Luke, are you deafening?
Oh, sorry. I thought I hit it. Dang it.
All right. You step inside, Cassius. Who do you arbitrate for?
Short and sweet. Going for the Bastion, I guess.
Okay. You cast your vote for Bullionaire Bastion, placing your hand on the eye of the Arbiter and telepathically relaying the surface level thoughts over to them. Anything else before you step back out?
Look around the shrine, shake my head, knowing that it's a false shrine and that I wasted time here trying to do anything for it, and just kind of hang my head low as I walk out.
Sure. You step back outside. Oh, they may not hear. Let me do it. Let me do it over here.
Have returned.
Okay.
I'm here.
I should have specified. I did in the Discord and said, but yeah, over here. Who enters next as you all see Cassius step out?
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. Everyone else deafen besides Munifa, please.
Where's the fucking button?
Munifa, you step inside. Using your Bullionaire Bastion card to reach the eye of the Arbiter, who would you like to arbitrate for?
Lom.
You arbitrate for Lam, placing your hand on the device and sending your surface level thoughts about the recent mission over to her. Would you like to raise a company's stock value?
Yeah. The first one. I don't know what's. Is that Omega?
Omega, yep.
Yeah, Omega.
All right, very well. You do so. Anything else before you step back out?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you step back outside.
Is anyone?
I'm off of mute. This is
Hello.
this is difficult.
This is not gonna work. They're not paying attention.
Go. I think Raph should go.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go.
right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna go on. mute.
Okay.
Oh God.
Everyone else is.
right.
Raphael, you step inside using your Bullionaire Bastion card to reach the Eye of the Arbiter. You know, placing your hand on it and casting your vote will send the surface level thoughts to the faction that you choose. Who would you like to arbitrate for?
Split it.
And is there a company, after doing so, that you would like to decrease the stock value in?
Oh, yes. Fuck. It's the one that Karma put a lot on. Whichever one Karma... Because
let me go look on my end, because it won't...
You can move there.
It won't change anything for anybody else. She put the most amount on Voidistries.
And I don't think I put any on Voidistries, correct?
You did, but only 50.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Okay, all right, very well. Anything else before you head out from the Joaquin Shrine after casting your arbitration?
Nope.
All right, very well. You step outside. I'm going to see if we can get people to come back in.
No. This is such a disaster. I'll go.
Okay.
No.
All right, Manda, you step inside. You step inside. Using your Bullionaire Bastion badge at the statue of Joaquin to open up the secret room. There you see the Eye of the Arbiter. You know, placing your hand on top of it, you can mentally send the information you've gathered from this recent assignment to any of the 3 factions. Who would you like to arbitrate for?
I will arbitrate for the Resplendent.
All right, you arbitrate for the Resplendent.
Who I was supposed to arbitrate for.
Would you like to decrease a company's value?
Oh, shit.
I'm on that screen, so if you need any information about it, I can tell you.
I'm on Omega and Void, so just whatever I'm not on. What's the other one?
You put 200 on Void and 96 on Omega.
So, Mysticorp.
Mysticorp is the only one that doesn't, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. That value will decrease. Anything else before you head out?
No, good.
All right, very well. You step outside of the Joaquin Shrine.
All right, bye.
All right, OBs. You step inside the Joaquin Shrine, ready to arbitrate.
Yep.
You use the Bullionaire Bastion badge on the statue, opening the secret room. There you see the Eye of the Arbiter, knowing that once you place your hand on top of it, you can send a telepathic message of your surface level thoughts to one of the 3 factions of your choice. Who would you like to arbitrate for?
I was on the Bastion side. Obies will message Bastion.
All right, very well. You communicate, sending your telepathic thoughts of what the info received this mission towards Bastion. Anything else before you leave the Joaquin Shrine and reconvene with the group?
No, that is everything.
Okay, very well. You step back outside with the others.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, Karma. You step inside the Joaquin Shrine using your Bullionaire Bastion badge on the palm of the Joaquin statue to open the secret room to the right. There inside you see the Eye of the Arbiter device, knowing that when you place your hand on it, you can choose one of the 3 factions and telepathically send the surface level thoughts of the information you've gathered on this assignment. Who would you like to arbitrate for?
I'll do mommy.
You send your arbitration information over to the Scorching Quill. Would you like to raise a company stock value by 1?
Yes.
You have put 200 on Mysticorp and 221 on Voidistries.
The one with 200 on it.
All right, that's Mysticorp. You can raise that value by 1.
Ooh, I do that.
Anything else in the Joaquin Shrine before you exit and reconvene with the others?
No, I just want to mouth Lord Dedramir, so everyone sees me mouth Lord Dedramir because I think it's funny.
Okay, you do that
Right.
out in Meat Realm and meet with the others.
All right.
think they think that Slim hasn't gone. Come back.
All right. Everyone but Luke, who's sitting in silence, deafened. Let me see if I can undeafen him.
I'm back.
Oh, there we go.
I'm
Okay.
back.
You see Karma, the last person here. Vip, of course, goes inside. But you see Karma, the last of those of you here, step out from the Joaquin Shrine having arbitrated.
Yep.
Why did that feel so much more confusing than usual?
Oh no.
I don't know. You wouldn't mind helping me out with something, would you, Raphael?
Of course. What is it you need?
If you need any spell components or anything, I'd gladly pay for them. I think it might be time for another Zone of Truth.
Oh. Oh, to ensure that everyone voted who they said they were going to?
Yes.
What do
well.
you mean? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. I'll gladly step in first and speak clearly.
Sure. Everyone, there should be no objections to this. Gather around and subject yourself to the light of Pelor.
With Obey's passive 21, does he detect anybody that looks a little squirrely right now? Alright, let's do it. Zone
Not
of
that
Truth,
you
baby.
see.
Zone of Truth is cast. Cassius, who did you vote for?
Same as ever, Bastion.
Aloy, who did you vote for?
The Resplendent. That's who I was supposed to vote for, right?
It was very good.
Good.
I love Aloy. Vip says whoever he votes for. OBs, who did you vote for?
This one, I voted for the Bastion.
How about who did you vote for? Like I even need to ask.
Mom.
Of course. Monifa, who did you vote for? Monifa.
Monifa?
Monifa! Are you kidding me?
What?
Obese puts a heavy hand on Monifa's back. Please, tell us.
I haven't lied to you guys yet.
Monifa, if we are going to work together and get out of this alive, we can't be lying to each other.
We needed to make the votes even. If you're voting for the alum, actually, we find out that works. The math works that way.
The math does still work.
They become second, not first, which is harder to figure out, but...
You've merely inconvenienced us instead of betrayed us completely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To be fair, I didn't think it was you.
Who did you think it was? Did you think it was me?
Huh? Oh no, I know you would probably vote for Lom.
Enough of this. This is... Monifa, thin ice. You're neck and neck with Karma for group members I despise the most right now. Actually, you know what? You're a little higher now.
I don't lose much sleep.
Is Monifa standing in the circle of truth?
Yes.
Okay. Is this stroke of genius or stroke of luck?
I did the numbers in my head. I felt it would still work this way.
You cannot lie to us.
I did the numbers in my head. I felt this would still work.
You impress me almost as much as the little one.
Don't compliment her. What are you doing?
I am in Zone of Truth. I didn't just slip out.
All right. I'm dispelling the Zone of Truth. Enough of this. Oh, you frustrate me, Cat. You should look after your daughter. You could learn a lot from her, you know.
It sometimes wonders who is raising who.
Aloy is a grown woman. I've taught her all that she needs to already.
That is what worries me.
But I fear you have much left to learn.
Awesome.
Starting fights all the time. Zone of truth.
Well, okay. That didn't go as planned, but it went. And it's over with.
Vip says, "Hey, I made sure to vote for whoever you guys wanted me to. Also, by the way, I feel the need to tell you all that despite being a fairy, I do pretty well for myself in certain areas, if you know what I mean.
Why is this important? What are you talking about, Vip?
It's a zone of truth.
Get out of the zone of truth. No.
I've already
dispelled
dispelled it, Vip. I've
Oh.
already dispelled it.
Oh, well,
Vip, do continue. I'm curious.
He doesn't say anything else.
I think that's enough. Anyway, who wants to go buy a fucking airship while we're waiting on the results of this?
Wait, do we have enough to get an airship?
I believe, well, shit. I kind of need Vip here because we were going to go like, he was going to be an investor on it since I don't have enough by myself. Him and Cash were going to invest on it, I believe. We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
Actually, it is come time after this most recent arbitration that I told you that I work for you now. Yes, and with that comes expenses. Yes. I have been gratis for this last time because, like I say, I owe to you at least my services for this, and for the next arbitration, I owe you to my services. After this, however, I am best bodyguard in Halcyon, and my expenses are very expensive. Maybe before you go spending money on airship, you budget in for me too.
I'll consider it. If not, I'm sure the Lord will protect me.
You will need more than Lord. But okay.
I tell you what, once this whole thing with the sun is dealt with and the vile coupling, we can talk rates. How about that?
How to get your obese to tell come and start conversations.
I am sorry, Raphael, but the two weeks is all that gratis I can give. I have many people counting on me. I pay many people, you see. I am boss.
I tell you what, after we get the airship, we'll have this conversation in the helm. How about that?
I am telling you that the time of negotiation is not for you to decide. It is coming after the next arbitration, but that's fine. We will discuss it then, if that is when you wish to discuss.
After the next arbitration.
This is the next time.
After the next one.
Yes.
Not this past one. The next one.
The next. I give you two.
I bet
Still buying an airship before then.
2,000 gold that Raphael is gonna scam all these.
I do not have a scamming bone in my body. That's like one of the 10 commandments of Pelor. Thou shalt not scam.
I will take this bet. Perhaps you want to take this bet too?
No!
It is easy money. We will win.
Thou shalt not squander spurious funds. That is another commandment.
I trust you. This is what bet I make. Did you not double backstab me?
You two have your fun. I'm gonna start looking in catalogs for airships.
2,000 for trust on the ref.
2,000. Shake hands.
Shake hands. This would not be enough, by the way, ref. The 2,000.
How much is an airship, by the way?
It's like, I think it's like 24,000 gold.
It can depend. Like an airship powered by, I guess, whatever standard airship is in D&D, I guess you can just buy that. Spelljammers can range anywhere from usually like 10, 15,000 starting out as a very small one, up into, the hundreds of thousands, just depending on the type that you're looking for.
Raph wants, man, if Raph could actually get a small spelljammer,
get the
that's actually an interesting prospect. I need to think more of this.
Something we can certainly talk about off stream to figure out for sure.
And why are we getting this ship to go to the sun?
Oh, no, I was going to do it to spy on people. But I guess we could do it for that, too.
Okay.
Thank you so much for stopping in Top Down Tabletop. Thank you.
Emily has a point. No, she's got a real good point. The airship should be for the sun, because how else are we gonna fucking get to the sun?
Fair. We'll take it to the sun, whatever.
I assumed there was elevator.
No spying.
No, I'm an inquisitor. That's part of what I do. That's what Have you seen me writing in my notebook this whole time? In that cipher that none of you can read but me?
You have a notebook?
Oh, yes, here, look. And I show her my notebook filled with notes that are just utter gibberish to everyone but Raphael.
Oh, I've never seen that before, no.
Oh. Pay attention, girl. Come on.
Yeah, I'm less impressed by you all of a sudden.
Well, we did what we had to do. We're not cursed. Is that it?
I think so.
Next, we need to try to find these rights.
Yes,
Puzzle
we
box.
Yes,
puzzle books.
Before we all go home, can I check in with my merchant buddies? And see if they have picked up any fun puzzle boxes, mysterious puzzle things. Looking for
Who are your
hobby.
merchant buddies?
I want to do I have a background where. See. Hold, please. I don't know where my backgrounds are. If somebody else has something while I look. That would be fine.
Description.
Hold on. Oh God, I don't know where it is. Description. Ah, thank you. Okay. It's criminal. Okay, so merchant buddies. It's called criminal spy, but I have reliable and trustworthy who acts as my liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, even over great distances. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt caverns, the corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who deliver messages for you. My merchant friends.
Karma tells you all that she would like to go check in with some of her contacts to see if she can learn anything. Does anyone else want to do anything while she does this? We'll say this would take like an hour.
Maybe buy some locate object scrolls?
Sure.
If those are available?
You can check and see if they are.
If it changed your mind, I think I can prepare that.
Oh, then that definitely changes my mind.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check before we decide, but yeah.
Karma, while they're checking, you spend some time, just an hour or so, to touch base with your liaisons, and they tell you, most of them tell you that they haven't heard of anything like this. One of them relays to you that they have seen something like a puzzle box that has traded quite a few hands in the rings that they deal with, but they say the last hands that it went to must have been someone pretty high up because they paid a lot of money for it, but they don't know where it is now.
They wouldn't even, like, a top or a bottom, they wouldn't know which way it went.
They are unsure.
Shit.
Rich on both sides, they say.
Right. All right. Well, thanks.
Mm-hmm. As Karma comes back to reconvene after everyone is chilling out for the hour, where do you guys want to regroup at? Would you say?
I guess the hut's back at Raft's, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You all go to head back to Raft's. It's only been an hour. Karma, you eventually catch back up and enter Raft's domicile. As you enter to see everyone else, Like 2 minutes after Karma closes the door and relays this information to all of you, there is a envelope stamped with the Bullionaire Bastion sealed wax that slips underneath the door. The quickest you've ever seen this happen.
This isn't very good. All right. Well, actually, we did not think of plan afterwards. We should. Some of us go to Resplendent and Lam to see when they learn information, or should we go to?
Well, Resplendent is
Bastion
definitely
now.
first. Yeah,
Okay.
Resplendent is going to learn first no matter what. So-
Wait.
Resplendent had 3 votes, assuming Vip actually votes, which I think he will for the Resplendent. And then
That's right.
And then it was 2 and 2.
Bastion and yeah, that's okay. Bastion was 2. I thought it was 3. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, it did come back very fast. I guess maybe we should go to Lam to see if she learns something. That is the only unknown quantity at this point. Yes. We assume that the Resplendent would be first. Bastion already knows, so Lam would have to know about the same time. Does that track? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does to me.
Okay. So I think we should go and speak with Lam right away.
Go for
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Does
Yeah.
anyone take the letter or anything?
I take the letter.
You take the letter, Raphael, and break the seal to open it. It is addressed to you all from Dazel. It says, "The time has come. Thank you for relaying the information. Meet here immediately."
Oh shit.
For what it's worth, I think we should meet Dazel first.
Is there, what is local time? We remember that and tell Lam when we come back. I wonder we check times with her.
Yeah, just tell her the time. It's fine.
It is time makes sense o'clock. Okay, let's go.
There is some sense of time here, despite being tidally locked, if you will, on this artificial planet.
No, we'll see you at dinner time.
Real quick, does anyone just know sending?
Oh, I do.
Just send a message to
Mommy,
Lam.
mommy, 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 mommy.
There
Tell
is
her
no
to wait.
answer.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yes. I am thinking she blocks communications she has been spied on before. He looks real
Oh,
close.
no. Manifa, you have a stone. A long time ago, Lom gave you a stone.
Yeah.
Pull that bad boy out. Give her a dial.
I'll pull it out and try to contact her.
Where have you been keeping? Never. I don't want to know.
You hear on the other end,
Yeah, hello?
Ah, Lam. It's Monifa.
Hi, Mom. It's Karma
Oh,
too.
hey, hon, what do you all need?
Well, wanted to see if you got the information from the arbitration, correct?
Going through it as we speak.
Excellent.
Okay.
Ask her how long she's had.
You just received it, it sounds like?
Not too long ago, yeah. Go parsing through the information now.
Excellent.
Get her to be more precise. Within half hour longer?
Do you have about time frame? Like within the last 10 minutes? Like
30, 60, 90?
What is this 20 questions? I mean, it was recently.
recently? Yes. Okay.
Within the past hour or so, maybe a little longer.
This is not good enough. Make her say.
Please relax.
But
She can
we
hear
need
you.
to know. The whole idea of this was to find out the precise timing of these things. He's just gonna keep talking into your ear. You can ignore him if you'd like.
Here,
Do you need to know the
this one
type of
speaks to
soap
you.
I use this morning, Monifa?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Do you want to know the type of soap I use this morning? Would it help you out?
No, thank you. I apologize, Lam. You're fine. Thank you.
No problem, babe.
I'm going to assume from that they got it at roughly the same time. Perhaps not the exact same second, but negligible enough for it to not matter.
Within an hour, so.
Within the hour.
I guess this is close enough. Yes,
It's good
this
enough.
is. We are just pretty good bodyguards on Bastion. This is how you get to be pretty good bodyguard on Bastion.
Yes,
That's all
and-
I need to say.
Pretty good bodyguards tend to run less money and salary than the best bodyguards, that's for sure.
He's got a
this
point.
is-
Look at that.
So this is. And this is broken the computer that is obese. You're making. I don't. Yeah.
I looked at Carmen and say, bartering is not swindling.
I agree, Raphael. I wholeheartedly agree.
Absolutely.
Let's go to Dazel.
If people are willing to make suckers of themselves, then suck them.
We're gonna have to talk about your common barrier. We're gonna have to talk about your common. It's not what you say to people obese.
Okay.
Y'all decide go to the Gilded Harbor.
Yeah.
You'll find yourselves going back to topside, finding the Gilded Harbor. The ferry master is there as always. The ferry master takes a second to study each of your badges before saying, "All right, here we go for another trip," and has everyone hop on board and takes you through the waves across the water in the yacht-like boat, pulled by the two giant seahorses, making way for the plateau-like island that is Dazel's estate. Takes 30 or so minutes before you reach it. There you end up at the docks, and once exiting the boat, use the dock the dock ramp to travel over to the side where there is a series of stairs that goes up, say, 5 or so levels to reach the top of the plateau above, where there is a dirt trail that leads to the pretty exorbitant looking estate side area that is Dazel's spot. You all, as you approach, see the doors open, and holding a plaque, you assume to be an unseen servant, that says, "Please follow," and it leads you, as you have likely been led before, into the briefing room of Dazel's area here. As you all step inside, you see Dazel sitting at their desk as usual, taking out what looks like a cigarette and on one of those like extended ham pieces and lighting it. "Welcome back," she says. "I appreciate you sharing this information. Please have a seat. We have many things to discuss."
Those things will kill you, you know.
"They sure will," she says. "But many things here on Halcyon will do the same."
Quick sort of retcon. I would have cast see invisibility when we got off the boat.
"Sure.
And does anything appear out of ordinary?
Not that you see, no."
Okay. Good enough.
You all take your seats here at the large table area that makes up the briefing room in Dazel's place. As you sit down, Dazel looks to each of you and says, "Welcome back. I received the information that you've all gathered. Thank you very much for doing so." As they're relaying this, a few unseen servants bring over a bottle of wine and a few glasses and set them on the table. Dazel says, "This information is incredibly important. I will credit to each of your accounts the 15,000 gold, speaking of the rewards for this job. And the Gilderkins have permitted and requested that you each be given some of this," they say as they put a few leather, they pull up a leather case and set it on the table, and as they open it up, there's quite a few bags that are like a little larger than palm size, maybe 2 times. And they kind of hand it out to each of you. 500 physical gold.
Oh. So we got
20.
15,500?
Yes. Dazel
What's the
sits.
bonus for?
This information is detrimental to our operations, so likely this bonus was built in should you extract the necessary information. Also, considering the issue with gold here, it's nice to have some that you can actually see and that is, in fact, gold.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Suppose, I mean, it is really only a standard, a representation of that is agreed upon by the greater standard. It is just as well represented by ones and zeros on computer screens, if you ask me.
I don't know what a computer is.
View screens, I says. I mean,
So, the time has come, and you, my investors, have successfully been able to find out the guild's true intentions.
Yeah.
it appears.
I
find
was... Oh, go ahead, Karma.
Oh no, just gotta find a thing in 6 days.
No big deal.
This is a situation where, should the time come for you to find out the truth, I was requested by the Gilderkins to show you a programmed illusion that they have recorded for you all. Hopefully something that will help fill in the pieces of the puzzle. I have not viewed this myself, so I will be watching it with you for the first time. As they say this, a platter carried by an invisible or unseen servant is put onto the table, and on it you see a fist-sized orange crystal. The body of the crystal, as it is set down, begins to glow, and forming above it is an illusory scene of a throne room. Let's see here. As this throne room comes into view, you begin to see the formation of 2 figures begin to form as well in this scene. A male and female dwarf donning simple robes, but most of you can gather it is unmistakably Glitz and Glimra Gilderkin that appear on the screen. None of you have specifically met them, but you've seen their faces around enough to know who they are. Glitz looks to you all through this programmed illusion that's been recorded and says, Dazel, investors, you're watching this recording because you want to know the truth.
Yes.
We're sure you have many questions,
I have plenty.
especially with us having to leave Halcyon so soon.
That is one of the
Oh,
questions.
they're not hero beasts.
The least we can do before we go is share with you what really happened in the beginning. Around 90 years ago, my wife and I owned a mining collective known as the Grey Dredgers. We specialized in mining whatever we could find out in the Twixt, and made a decent amount of coin in the process. We were hard workers. Me especially, knowing that my wife was soon to have our first baby boy. We received word from an unknown contact about an asteroid belt known as the Gugarium Cluster that contained invaluable treasures underneath its surface. So our team headed out there to find out. We didn't realize at the time that the contact had ties to demons. We walked right into their trap, completely unaware, blinded by our ambitions to support ourselves. The only thing we found in those cave systems on the cluster was a creature known as the Sheen, who minted our entire workforce, only sparing my wife and I so we could build her a bright, golden city for her and whomever she served as her master to eventually rule. Glimra kind of pushes up and says, she made us use our own minted workforce as a means to pay for the initial setup of Halcyon. She abused the both of us in various ways. She always threatened that if either of us even attempted to flee or reveal the truth about the city, she would kill us and take our child Dandy. She said she would torture him in ways we never thought possible. We never had a choice in the matter. To protect our son, we kept quiet, agreeing to this promise of the Sheen Concordance to keep her and the guild's demonic forces quiet as they weeded their way into the city. This has been prevalent since the beginning. Nothing in this city happens without the guild knowing about it. Glitz begins again. We did everything she said, for nearly a century, always keeping her forces a secret. And now, even after everything, she still took our son. After all that, after everything we did, she still took him prisoner. No doubt, to torture and kill him. There is soon to be a meeting between the leaders of the Cosmo Consortium in the coming days that we plan to take part in. So tonight, we are taking our leave. By the time you get this message, it will likely be some days old. This meeting will be dangerous, as there is a greater evil out there than even the Sheen. We have no alternative. We have lost everything, even our son. Our only hope is to face our sins and give our lives to do one good act. The things we were forced to allow to happen to protect our family. I know it is unforgivable. We will likely not survive what comes next. Neither will our son. Glimmer looks to the group and says, we just felt the need to tell you, even if it doesn't matter, that we're sorry for everything. Truly we are. We tried to do what was best for our family, but making deals with demons only destroyed us all in the end. The Sheen has pulled the strings of Halcyon from the beginning, and she will continue to do so into the future. You are not the first group of investors, but you will be the last, she says.
Oh, I don't like that phrasing, though.
As she finishes saying this, the programmed illusion stops. The crystal grows dim. As it does, everyone at the table feels a stinging pinch on their arms.
Oh!
As you all look down, you see what looks like a gold coin, similar to the ones from the pack of gold you were just given. Except it has 8 sharp gold legs and a gold tail tipped with what looks like some kind of stinger.
What?
All of you begin to feel dizzy. I need a Constitution saving throw from everyone.
Hey, Jason.
Yes?
Hey, Jason. Would my Whip of Warning have come into play in this situation?
No.
Damn.
Is this a ability or a type of magic?
This is not magic.
Oh, this is bad. This is super bad.
I'm gonna use tithe. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna use my the karma coin to give myself advantage.
Aloy, you have a +1 from earlier from Mama Bear.
I have one from I think a week ago still too.
Will you please roll me a d6 OBs?
Did you count Raph on that? Can it go to him?
Nope. He's already used it this session.
So it should be a 5, right? Because it can't go to me, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, Vip isn't here. You're right. D5.
You sons of bitches with these crits. You have to say, Raphael's dead. You all have to help him. You have to stop attack, earn your pay.
Alloy, you get the karma coin.
We'll try.
Nice.
Did everyone make their con save?
No.
Yes.
I mean, I did, but
Sure.
I did.
Who is above a 20?
Oh!
Damn!
I am.
Alloy is.
Nat 20 plus 1.
Cassius is. Anybody else?
Nah, I would have
Okay.
had to crit it.
But Anobi's.
Yeah, I would have had to get.
Then the three of you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh,
boy.
God.
This is not good.
Everyone who failed takes 3 points of exhaustion as the room begins to spin.
Is this a good time to explain how exhaustion works to me?
With
do you
1
wanna
point
do it
of
later?
exhaustion, Alloy, you get disadvantage on any ability checks.
Is there somewhere I put that in, or is this just?
No, just keep it in mind.
Okay.
There is a spot on the. DD
Maybe
Beyond
there's.
sheet.
Yeah, there could be.
Under your hit point that says conditions. If you click into that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I see it. Okay. Cool.
Or you could just put it on your token. Too.
Yeah, either way.
You watch as Dazel grabs at their arm, knocking over their glass of wine, dropping the cigarette. Oh no. Oh my God, no.
The stone.
They
go
pull
ahead.
themselves out of their chair, knocking it over and trying to stand upright. You each hear a voice say, "Remember us?" It sounds soft, but sinister as it rings through the room. Where the unseen servants once stood, instead appear Sapphire, Seven Spots, and Cunning Boot.
Oh no!
I told you we should have killed them. Oh, I need to lay down.
I mean, I had the invisibility on the whole time.
You did, but that's only a second level spell.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
They're fucking what you call
Yeah.
Rakshasa.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn.
Cunning Boot says, "A lock lurker's poison is prized among assassins for how quickly it debilitates its victims. You can try to run, but you're not going to get very far before we get our hands on you." You all watch as Dazel tries to run towards the door, out of the room, falling over, nearly knocking you over, Obese. They begin to crawl across the floor towards the door. "No, not you." They look up at the rest of you. "We have to get out of here." You watch as the Rakshasa, no longer hiding their inverted hands, begin to slowly approach you, the party. Each of them standing only 10 feet away as they begin to step towards you. Sapphire says, "We've planned this for so long. We deserve to relish in this moment." Cunning Boot says, "Do you smell that fear? It is intoxicating." What do you all do?
Obese reaches into his pocket and throws a bottle of ether at who was the one that was talking the most? Was it Cunning Boots that was explaining the plan?
They were all kind of talking. Cunning Boots and Sapphire were talking a lot.
Okay. Whoever is closest to the cluster of the most fucked, I guess, to these three.
That would be
I
Cunning
guess-
Boot.
So probably Cunning Boot.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Is that my
I guess-
ether?
you cannot use it if you are dead. I believe that this is going to be an improvised weapon. I don't know the rules behind that though.
Just it's D20 in your dex.
Plus my dex. Well, at least that's a good one. +4. 19 to hit. Nice.
Ooh.
The ether.
Alright. So the
hits
ether, the way
Cunning
that it
Boot.
affects is it has to make a DC 15 concentration throw or become poisoned for 8 hours. The poisoned creature is unconscious.
Oh.
All right.
You can't hold your breath to take it, and it has to be inhaled to work.
Do you know the DC for that?
As a 15 con.
15.
Is that what I said? Yeah, 15 Constitution.
What's Constitution? Oh, Constitution save. Okay, sorry. I thought you said concentration for a second.
Constitution.
It passes.
Dicks.
You watch as it just hits, puffing around Cunning Boots in the face, and they just kind of swing their large inverted paw as the mist kind of parts away. Funny tricks.
Well, there is more where that came from, so you enjoy that, but the next one.
They each take a step closer.
How far apart are they?
Probably 10, maybe 15 feet apart.
I'm gonna try and get 7 spots and Glamour Puss in a spell I'm gonna cast. It's got a 20-foot radius. I'm gonna center it as Theater of the Mind, as far away from us but close to them, so I can just nab those 2 in it.
How big is it?
It is a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point that I choose.
Okay, you could try and get both of them. What do you cast?
A 5th level spell, the one I took, Synaptic Static. They have to take
that's a great spell.
Int 17 saving throw on it.
Psychic Fireball is what it is.
Otherwise, what happens?
They take 8d6 psychic damage, and if they fail it, they have muddled thoughts for a minute during the time. It rolls a d6 and subtracts that number from all attacks and ability checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration on spells. They can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each turn, ending the effect on a success. The idea is to pop that so we only have one less or semi-conscious and to get the hell out of here.
They both fail.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
In that case, can I drop a globe of darkness on Cunning Boot?
Sure.
I will spend my...
How big is that?
It is, I believe, a 20-foot sphere. Oh, 15... Yeah, 15-foot radius sphere.
Bonus action available, go into demon dread form and yell at everyone. Run.
Actually, yeah, hang on just a second. I'm sorry, I have to go back really quickly. They have limited magic immunity and resistance, but they still both fail. Okay, just wanted to check. You said darkness?
Yes.
Do they need to make a check, or is that just a big blanket of darkness that appears?
Yep, I just drop a sphere of darkness at a point that I want, and I center it on Cunning Boot.
Sure. You see the 2 others smirking, but looking a little confused. Cunning Boot is just dropped into a ball of darkness next to you, Cassius, and Monifa, as you yell out Cassius for everyone to run.
Then, are we leaving?
Yes.
All right, I like take my numb hand and like put it on Monifa's shoulder and cast Dimension Door.
Jesus.
I would.
Obies was just about to reach over and grab Raphael to drag him out, and he disappears.
We're running towards the door, right?
Well, Raphael specifically, not that he's saying this out loud, he is specifically teleporting back to the boat.
How far can you teleport, Raphael?
It is, I think it's pretty far. It's
200
like,
feet, I think.
I think it's 500 actually. No, it's let's see. 500 feet, yes. You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. You arrive exactly at the spot desired. You can bring along objects as long as their weight, blah, blah, blah. One willing creature of your size or smaller.
You're taking Monifa?
Yeah, because I see that she's also envenomed by this little thing that bit us. And I know Karma knows Dimension Door on her own. So.
Raphael touches Monifa, and with a wisp of arcane energy, the 2 disappear. What do the rest of you do?
Obies goes to grab Karma.
Oh, I have the Dimension Door and Dazzle.
Take the baby cat.
Oh, baby cat.
Oh.
Come here, baby cat.
Yes.
I would have to leave Cogwheel.
You can rebuild the cogwheel. We are discussing this right now, really?
Come here, baby cat. Give Cover Auntie Cover a hug. We'll go outside, get away from these demons.
Is somebody gonna get Dazzle?
Yes, we will try.
Dazel's crawling across the floor towards the door.
Did you want me to roll damage on that attack against them?
Please.
Okay. 86.
33 psychic.
Nice. So, Obese, Karma, what's happening here?
Obese will...
You guys have probably like one more action.
Yeah. Obese will... If Karma is going to grab Alloy and he knows that's the plan, he'll jump over them and try and scoop up Dazzle. He counts as large for carrying purposes, so he can literally just manhandle people around.
Oh, that's handy.
Take Vip because he's tiny.
Vip can just fly with them. It's fine.
Vip is fly. He didn't even have to make concentration save.
Vip is in your pack, Obese, as you like vault over the table and just scoop Dazzle up, throwing them over your shoulder and like pushing through the two doors to make your way out of the estate.
Yes. Cassius, waiting for you.
Cassius, Alloy, Karma, what do you do?
If they can get out normally, full retreat out.
Okay, I am gonna grab the baby cat, look at Cassius, and tell him to write to me if he needs me.
Hold on, I'm gonna have Cogwheel follow Cassius. And I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Cassius. Because you're just running, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Take a bardic inspiration too.
What does Sanctuary do for Cassius?
Good.
How do I put it in here? There we go. It he is warded against attack, and any creature who attacks him must first make a wisdom saving throw, and on a fail they have to do it to somebody else or lose it.
Nice.
Their time.
You watch as you feel this invigorating sensation of the Sanctuary from Alloy. As Karma, you are dimensioning door the two out?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw an inspiration Cassius' way, and I will mention door whenever
Alright.
Alloy's ready.
You disappear. Cassius,
Yeah.
you're the only one left in the room,
Except for Cogwheel.
along with Sir Cogwheel.
I haul ass full speed since I only have 1 point of exhaustion.
Despite being in the darkness, you see a claw come out from Cunning Boot as you hear laughter coming from within.
She has magic eyes and probably can see through darkness.
There's a 23 versus AC hit.
Yes. Oh, let me roll my bonus HP.
Sure.
Sorry. It's a D10 plus my level.
Magical darkness.
Fantastic. But that's plus my level, so it's okay.
You take 11 points of slashing damage from the claws it catches you, and it stings very hard from where you are scratched.
Wait, did they make the wisdom saving throw?
They
Yeah,
did.
they can't. Oh.
No. Okay.
You begin running, Cassius. You see Sir Cogwheel doing the same before Sapphire grabs it by the leg and it falls over.
No.
I, as a free action, yelled to Cogwheel, "Follow the plan, self-destruct!"
What?
That's... We all discussed it. If Cogwheel's ever captured, he's to self-destruct. I remember it. I don't know about you guys.
Suicide's the only option. Oh, Jesus.
Twitch, he's kidding. He's kidding.
I'm kidding. I wish I hadn't said that.
You push out of the room, Cassius, quickly trying to push through the doors. Seeing up ahead, it looks as though Obese is carrying Dazzle. Dazzle pushes through the You carrying Dazel, Obi,
I
push
was
through
gonna
the.
say, quite literally, she pushes her just like Fairy carrying her, just like she's the first thing into the door. Blah.
And as this happens, those of you who... Karma, did you dimension door to the boat like Raphael and Monifa did?
I would have done as far as I could.
So
I don't
yeah,
know.
to the boat then.
Okay, yeah.
It's not enough to get you to mainland, but you could get to the boat.
All right.
All of you would see this at the same time. So, Alloy, Karma, Raphael, and Monifa are at the docks where the boat is. You see the ferry master waving, "Quick!" yelling at you. And OBs, you and Cassius still pushing out of the front doors of the estate, can hear the voices coming from down near the docks. But all of you, everyone, can look up and see a swath of what looks like demons flying through the air, and just what looks like a swarm that is beginning to bead down on the estate from in the sky. They're about 120 or so feet out.
If they, does it seem like they can get to the boat in time? Because I have more dimension left.
If you
Slots.
got any more slots left, you're not sure.
I
They'd have to
sure
get
do.
over to the edge and then go down like 5 flights of stairs.
I'm just gonna be safe. And I'll grab Cassius.
Okay.
Let's see. I have to... So I technically have to spend 2 slots to grab Cassius. So I... Oof.
This is not my normal build. I have 30 feet of movement.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend 2 slots, grab Cassius.
Mhm.
And then... I'm going to... 1, 2, 3... How many do I have left here? I have... Oh. Okay,
That laughter.
I have 1 left. But that won't help, because if I get to OBs and Dazal, I'll be out.
Get you into the troubles. If you cannot save the Dazelle, you save yourselves.
Obies, everyone is close to, like, right at the edge of the Ferrymaster boat. You have made your way up to the edge. It is a 5-story drop. Otherwise, you could try and take the stairs. It's up to you. Gazelle.
Wait, how far away do I have to be for this? Fuck, 60 feet. Sorry.
No, I'd say that'd work. Every level, I'd say, is 10 feet.
Drop. I have Featherfall.
And how many feet are we up?
You're about 55 feet up.
All right, fuck it. Obese looks at Dazel and says, this is going to hurt," and he jumps.
As he jumps, you see them falling. Karma. And you cast Featherfall. Just as you're about to hit the ground, OBs, there is a flush of arcane energy underneath you, and your fall is buffeted by a magic spell from Karma as you lightly touch onto the ground. I think, right? Featherfall is no damage while falling?
Correct.
OBs, you touch the ground softly with Dazel still in tow on your shoulder, kind of murmuring to themselves.
Oh, shit.
You hear the Ferrymaster waving, "Hurry!"
Always, like, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy runs. His feet just circle around in circles and he runs. Yeah, let's go.
You begin running towards everyone, seeing that OBs and Dazel have made it safely. Turn to the Ferrymaster, who pulls off his hood and laughs as you see bright eyes form take over. You thought you would escape? Oh, this will be delightful, he says. He steps up from his seated position on the ferry and holds out his hand, and as he does, a massive golden tentacled arm shoots out from the water, snapping the yacht in two and grabbing Bright Eye.
Counterspell.
That's not a spell. He's doing
This is not a spell.
Monster, right?
You cast Counterspell, Cassius, but nothing happens. A massive golden arm shoots out, grabbing Bright Eye as he yells, and it pulls him under the water.
Whoa, cool.
Has anybody been watching Ferryman? I will drive. Here, someone carry this.
Boat is torn in two.
Oh no.
You see the approaching, you go to call Lam, Monifa, and there is no answer.
Fuck.
You see the approaching swarm coming from up above. And as you turn to see the bits and pieces of what is left of the yacht from that attack, you see a bubbling. And pushing up from the surface of the waters is what looks like a large, golden-plated, submarine-like ship in the shape of an octopus, or squid, rather. It pushes to the surface. Opening a top hatch is a hooded figure covered in robe and hood, their features hidden underneath. They wave a hand. Quickly, get inside, now.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all get in, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Each of you quickly jump inside, finding yourselves in the interior of a golden squid ship. As everyone has entered, looking back up, the figure grabs the hatch and closes it and runs over to a series of levers at the front and quickly begins to pull them. You hear the sound of shifting water as the entire aquatic vehicle begins to descend deep into the watery depths. The figure turns to you all and says, "Was that everyone?"
Yes.
Everyone is here? We're all alive?
Everyone accounted for.
I don't know how to answer that.
Dazel looks down and says, "No.
Oh?
No. I've seen this ship before, and I've seen who used them." You watch as the hooded figure pulls back their hood, revealing what looks like a purple tiefling with long, scraggly hair, female. She takes her robe and takes it off, covered in leathery armor. She looks and studies each of you and says, "Sorry I couldn't come sooner. I've had to bide my time for a while." Dazel... Oh, go ahead, Karma.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was gonna say, who the fuck are you?
Dazel looks down and says, "Everyone. Bullionaire Bastion, the Gilderkins. If they left to die, so did Lushy. Dandy. I'm the only one left."
Okay. So, what is this?
Dazel looks around and says, "This ship, I've seen it used before. The demons make use of these to go from one side to the other using water. What are you doing with it?" they say, pointing a finger at the tiefling. She looks to each of you and says, "I am neither demon nor devil. Denzel points a finger. Then who the fuck are you? The figure
I'd also
looks
like to know.
to each of you and says, "You already know, Denzel, but to the uninitiated." And with a flick of her wrist, there is a device, small, orb-like, with a couple protrusions on it. It seems to glow a scintillating glow. And as they press it in their palm, their form begins to shift and change. "The name is Decree," she says, as her form begins to melt away.
Lushy Decree.
And you see the figure look to you and say, "Lushy Zillion Decree."
Oh, look at this guy. Look at,
Love the
I
new
fucking
token.
love him. Oh my god.
Still
Lushy
don't trust him.
Lushy rules. Must protect Lushy.
Official Lushy art, everyone.
Obese just says, who?
Yeah, we're all
Right, no one actually knows.
That is where we'll end tonight's belated session.
Good
Thank
cliffhanger.
you all for coming to hang out tonight. I really appreciate it. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
This changes the game just a little bit.
I didn't have fun.
Get out of here, man.
Session sucked. No, I'm kidding. It was awesome.
Cogwheel's gone.
You can remake him. He doesn't have a soul.
No, he was unique.
Oh no.
So will the next one be?
Wait, was that a question?
What? Who?
Just move on. Move on.
It's late. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who bought some stuff during the stream. That was really awesome of you. I really appreciate it. I want to throw a quick shout out to RPG Academy again for the follow. That was legitness. Kaz the DM, Top Down Tabletop, thank you for joining and hanging out with us. As well as, who is that? Murder Music 99, thank you for hanging out. He says you're all fucked now. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Make sure, if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the content here, to follow the channel. We just hit 350 Twitch followers, but you know I want to keep building that. So make sure and give it a follow if you enjoyed it. Next session is going to be a little bit of a game changer. Thank you for the Twitter post, Kevin. Go check that out, because Monday we're going to have the final giveaway for our critters, our crochet critters, and it will be Obese Shalom this time. You can get this monkey boy and enter to win there. Also, go check out, if you missed any of these sessions, the VODs are all here on Twitch. You can also go over to the YouTube because they're all there. I also have an Instagram that you can check out along with a Twitter. There's also a Facebook, as well as a Patreon. There's all kinds of cool rewards and stuff that is built around our campaign and homebrew worlds that you can get better insight into by going to check that out. Thank you all so much. Before I end tonight, let's go ahead and raid somebody. I'm not even going to look. We're just going to raid Carney Sideshow, because I'm sure they are streaming right now. I saw them make a post earlier. Thank you everyone so much. Make sure and check out our schedule. I'll be posting it on Monday. We do more games outside of just our Friday night D&D. We have been playing some fun Arc on Mondays, and we're going to do a sort of like behind the scenes show this Wednesday with Bay and maybe anybody else who wants to join. Kind of like instead of Talking Dead, it's Talking D&D, so come and join us. I think it'll be fun. There's lots to discuss, I'm sure, about this session and what happened here. And maybe some behind-the-scenes stuff from me that's not too spoilery, but would be fun to maybe get some insight on. So make sure and join us there on Wednesday. You can see the schedule. I'll post it everywhere on Twitter, as well as on the actual About panels down below here on Twitch. So make sure and check that out. In the meantime, goodbye, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Make sure and hydrate, get up and stretch your legs. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody!
Bye.
Now, our Master's Guide. Who is the Dungeon Master?
Well, the Dungeon Master is a person who plays God in the game. and he controls all the situations. In fact, the books tell him that he is the god of the game, and he controls the situations in the game, controls the way the players are moving through the dungeons, and then if he doesn't like someone, he can play pretty much against them.
Do you think parents are aware that when the children play the game, that demon spirits are involved?
I do not think that many parents are aware of what's inside the game. In fact, in my presentation, I show many pictures from the inside the books, just to show the images of this game. I mean, the gruesomeness of this game and the occult link to it.
Well, I know that when I did my message, and this has happened, I have letter after letter where people took the pieces. Now, there's 6s involved in the pieces of the game, but they take the pieces of the game, they would throw them in the incinerator or the fireplace, and screams would come out because there seemed to be some kind of spiritual forces inhabiting those pieces, and children would drop out of life. They didn't want to study anymore. What are the pieces, for instance?
Well, this game affects the most intelligent of our children. And the pieces include white witches, wizards, necromancers, the clerics, that type of thing. It includes evil wizards. It's a white versus black witchcraft. The good versus evil is white versus black witchcraft. And Anton LaVey, the writer of the Satanist Bible, says there is no such thing as white witchcraft.
Well, being a Satan worshiper, he should know.
Yeah, he should know.